All right, now it's time to get into WCW Nitro, March 27th, 2000.
What?
WCW's motto, we are wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's right. Well, before we get into WCW We Are Wrestling, let's see what was going on in the wrestling world around that time by looking back at the Wrestling Observer newsletter. No? All right, let's move on.
No, I want to know.
Yeah,
okay, so anyway,
no, that's what I was. What the fuck do you mean? Fuck me.
Fuck you.
Oh my god.
All right, well, let's see what was going on here. From the Observer, March 20th, 2000. In ECW news, New Jack and Vic Grimes both died.
This is right after that? Wow.
Yeah, this is the after the show where New Jack and Vic Grimes did that fucking. They climbed up to like something really tall, and then Vic Grimes didn't want to take the bump, so New Jack just pulled him off of it, and 400-pound Vic Grimes fell directly on a New Jack's head into concrete after like a 13-foot fall.
Ah, yes, indeed. I think this is what leads to the other one.
Yeah, this is what sets up for New Jack trying to kill Victor Grimes at XPW.
Well, I mean, New Jack's brain was coming out of his nose, so I think, he had a case for something. I don't know.
That's what wrestling needs again, actually, is
murder?
I think, like, if you have a match and a guy murders somebody, then, like, you should book the fucking rematch.
Kill him back.
And kill him.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's fair. I see where you're coming from, and I like what you're saying there. Well, Meltzer writes, once New Jack and Grimes were on top of the scaffold, time sort of stood still. They had to go. The world was watching and waiting. They couldn't do a suplex. You could see them on the top talking. New Jack gave Grimes a low blow, which was kind of a stupid panic move since Grimes couldn't sell it. There was no place up there to go down, so apparently New Jack was going to throw Grimes off, and he'd take a bump similar to the one Foley took and live through twice in his 2 Hell in a Cell matches. I don't know why he put this on there. Through tables. Only New Jack went with him. What happened from there was instantaneous. Jack, bad foot, apparently was just out of surgery, and bad hip, which rendered him far less mobile than usual in the brawling that had taken place. Seemed to land almost feet first through the table with the 400-pound man holding on, and they landed on his fucking head.
That's insane.
I legitimately can't believe he survived that.
Yeah, that was fucking
And then
crazy.
got his shot back.
Then tried to kill him.
Pro wrestling ain't like that no more, I tell you.
No way, not even close. In WCW news, Eric Bischoff has another meeting this week with TBS Brass about trying to get out of his contract. Which is pretty interesting considering what happens on the show that we're about to talk about. In more WCW news, morale is even lower than before. The latest stems from Bret Hart having his contract cut in half while being out of action due to injury, which I didn't know that this happened. Hart privately told some of the wrestlers the first 2 nights of most of what he pretty much said in the ring in Manchester about there being a good chance that his career was over, and he was pretty choked up about it. When the word got out about his contract, it brought up the old double standard and selective enforcement, since Goldberg is in the same situation for the same amount of time, hasn't gotten his pay cut, as haven't virtually all the big names when they've had time off for injuries like Sting. I didn't know that this happened.
I probably have heard it at some point, but yeah, I don't really remember too much about it.
Cut in half is crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, especially when you're getting guaranteed crazy money at that time too.
Yeah, and I get that he's hurt, but like, I feel like that's not the time to say, all right, well, we're gonna, fuck you.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's brutal. Brian Knobbs shaved the Wall's eyebrows and some of Flair's eyebrows while they were both out of it during an England tour.
All right.
That's awesome.
All right, from the Observer from March 27, 2000, there's a gigantic fucking write-up here about Vince and Beyond the Mat. Vince is super pissed about Beyond the Mat. He's not happy with it at all. He complained that the WWF didn't have a financial interest in the movie, which he claimed wasn't fair. There are 2 problems with that. The first was that was an agreement from the start, which the WWF signed when it agreed to be a part of the documentary. In this case, it was a contract signed when the company was doing poorly, and since the company is no longer doing poorly, and thus is a complaint about having to live up to a contract. The second is how much credibility could a documentary have if one of its main subjects has financial interest in the movie. McMahon claimed that Barry Blaustein lied and deceived him with the idea that the movie would be released in some art houses as opposed to a big national release, and that it was a labor of love as opposed to a profit-making venture. Somebody worked Vince McMahon big style here.
That's awesome. Pissed. I love it. That's great.
Yeah, I think we talked about this in the past.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because
I think it was ongoing for a minute.
Because WCW said, yeah, we're going to take that. We're going to take that.
There's something on this show that I was like blown away by from Beyond the Mat.
Yeah.
McMahon was mad that they were advertising it as the movie Vince McMahon doesn't want you to see, claiming he didn't care if people saw it or not. And he claimed that Foley wasn't going to make any money on the movie, and he resented them using his intellectual property in a money-making venture. But in reality, all this was a deal agreed upon from the start. Get fucking fucked.
Sounds awesome. I love it.
In all Japan news, these next two are fucking awesome, and one I think James will like a lot. Kenta Kobashi, this isn't the one, but this is good too. Kenta Kobashi shaved his face in front of 20 photographers. After his loss to Vader on January 15th, 1999, he vowed not to shave his face clean until he beat Vader, and then he beat Vader. That is awesome.
Ain't got like that no more.
What a great fucking gimmick. I will not shave until I beat this man. I don't know why that's so important, but it makes it important to me. I don't know why. This is the one you'll like, James. On the March 19th New Japan show before 9,000 fans, Kensuke Sasaki retained the IWGP Heavyweight title, beating Satoshi Kojima in 25:02 after a punch to the face, a Frankensteiner, one of his finishers, a Scorpion Deathlock, and a Northern Lights Bomb, and a Lariat.
Yeah, that's what it's all fucking about. I mean, that's all the moves I need in the whole match. Yeah, you see them all right there. So, like, that's awesome.
He did them in a row.
That's pretty sweet.
That is, I immediately read that. I was like, oh my God, James is going to book this at Esprit 4 for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kojima, he's got to get his shot. He ended up losing Samoa Joe, but that's a whole different story. We'll talk about that
That's
at a different
true.
date.
In more WCW news, add DDP and Kevin Nash to the list of wrestlers whose pay has been cut in half with the new WCW policy regarding wrestlers on the DL. What is that like the injured list, or what is that?
I like the down low.
Yeah, but what does that mean? In this,
they on the down low, man.
Oh, yeah.
Their career's going down.
Yeah.
The reality of this new policy is twofold. First off, it does encourage wrestlers who are taking more time off than they need to economically return to work. That's good. The bad is that it also encourages wrestlers who are really hurt to return as quickly as possible and not miss any time at all while injured, which encourages injuries not healing properly and is guaranteed to make the drug situation in the company worse for that very reason. So I guess DDP and Nash were injured here, so maybe that's what that is.
Oh, because Nash probably, Nash. He was like, I'll just use as much time off as I can.
Yeah, I'm hurt.
Guaranteed money kill the business, Bubba.
Very TNA-esque here. Latest in the WCW.com polls. According to one reader, after voting for Vampiro versus Finlay match as the best at Uncensored, Vampiro versus Finlay's vote total stayed the same, while Hogan versus Flair added 4 votes, Jarrett versus Sid added 3, and Sting versus Luger added 4.
You telling me the Wall and Crowbar wasn't on the top of his list?
Sorry, no, it is not. I don't even know. Was that a match, or was that just he did that?
I don't know. I wonder.
Another person voted for Vampiro versus Finlay as the best match, and Hogan versus Flair also got 4 votes. Sting and Luger got 5, and Vampiro and Finlay lost 2 votes.
What the hell?
They're trying to hold down Vampiro here, but not me, brother.
It was Bam Bam Bigelow versus the Wall. 3 minutes, and then he chokeslammed Crowbar.
Off the Tron?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that even happened. All that's listed here was Bam Bam Bigelow defeated the Wall by DQ after the Wall chokeslammed Bigelow through a table. I don't even know where the Crowbar thing is. It was just randomly in the middle of the show. Fuck you!
Crowbar was just hanging out on the Tron, and the Wall went up to get him off there.
That's fucking
That's what it actually was.
Dude.
Wow.
Well, Hogan on a Miami radio station to promote Super Bowl claimed he was back in WCW because the younger wrestlers couldn't cut it. I feel like he does this every time we watch a WCW show.
He always has to come back, brother. The ratings need him.
I feel like we talked about this before, but it also blows my mind again. Tell me if you remember. The idea, this is WWF, the idea of doing an exploding ring match with X-Pac and Kane was dropped for a couple reasons. Do you remember us talking about this at all?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't. Maybe we didn't. Maybe
It doesn't
okay.
sound familiar to me. I don't know.
Well, X-Pac and Kane were going to do an exploding ring match at some point. The main reason that they didn't do it was because they didn't feel they had enough time to familiarize themselves with that kind of match, since it had never been done in the WWF, and that they didn't want to go. They didn't want to not get it right at WrestleMania. Oh, this was supposed to be for Mania. Because when the explosives go wrong, it kills the match no matter what the wrestlers do, because the whole match is determined by the impressiveness of the explosion. And at the same time, this is not the time politically to do something like this and have it screwed up and actually get hurt.
Tony Khan never read that.
Yeah, that's great advice. That's great advice for TK.
Yeah, he wasn't following the X-Pac Kane story close enough,
Yeah.
sadly. And from the Observer, April 3rd, 2000, after seemingly swimming in an ocean of rapidly declining numbers across the board, WCW went to a strange pair of people as its life preservers. Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo. In a decision that had been in works for about 1 month, according to company sources, Brad Siegel completed the circular backstabbing game, which wound up not almost, but actually a pro wrestling-like tag team of two people, former enemies, with seemingly nothing in common, bound together by their hatred for common enemies. And we'll talk about that on the show itself, because they will not stop fucking talking about these two.
Bischoff and Russo definitely booked this show.
It had to have been, right?
Yeah, it definitely was.
It definitely
yeah.
was like, I think Sullivan was booking before this or something. Like it was
Yeah.
like J.J. Dillon and Sullivan or something.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was like the pieces of J.J. Dillon and Kevin Sullivan, and then
They had
like
a skeleton and they filled in.
they're like, okay, we'll finish this up, whatever you got, and then we'll reset and get everything. Because
Yeah.
I mean, why the fuck? You know what I mean? Like you could tell by Shivani talking. It's like Bischoff is in his ear yelling at him or something. You know, it's like especially
Yeah,
during
it's
one of the
bullshit.
matches, like he literally
That's
goes off
all
on a
they-
tangent.
They
Yeah.
That's all they talk
Ignored.
about. Yeah.
They ignore like stuff in a match to talk about Bischoff and Russo a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
At this point, every angle that was done on TV this week, WCW that is, was meaningless because everything starts anew in 2 weeks. There isn't one match certain for Spring Stampede, nor will there be until April 10th. The only major angle they are pushing toward is Bischoff versus Russo, but nobody knows where the chip falls from there. So,
Well, things change
yeah,
on
like,
that too. The
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and the Spring Stampede, I believe that year is they crown a new champion.
because we reviewed the reboot show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we
happens.
did.
So the next show after this, they do like a recap, and then I think
got
they
your
do
They
the
do it.
Scissors,
They do
Sid?
nothing. Yeah, they do nothing, and yeah,
Did you lose your scissors?
they do nothing, and then they do the return show. Yeah, you're right. And last piece here, Hogan was on WJRR in Orlando promoting Thunder last night. Besides hyping up his angle with Sid, he ran down a lot of WCW, saying Bret Hart was up in Canada and couldn't remember what WCW was, and that DDP was out with a broken fingernail, and that WCW needs guys that will crawl through broken glass with one arm and a sling to sacrifice and get in the ring. Hogan praised Vampiro and said Kidman should train like Dory Wilson. When somebody asked of him about Perry Saturn's comments, because I think we talked about that before, Saturn like said he was a fucking piece of shit or something.
Yep, that's right.
He said those guys were just making excuses for their failures and they should have moved him out of the way. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, on the episode we reviewed, Russo gets in the ring and says, "Well, goddamn, Perry Saturn had the right idea. Dean Malenko had the right idea. They get the fuck out of his company."
It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. And then he walked up to Sid, bitched him down, took the title, and said, "Where's
my
your
God.
scissors? The scissors?
Yeah?
Where's your
Holy,
scissors?
dude."
That was so fucking awesome. Yeah, I don't remember what episode number it was, but yeah, if you listen to this and you haven't listened to the review of our Nitro, the relaunch, it's pretty soon after this one, so go back and check that out. But now it's time to talk about Nitro. Spring Breakout 2000! Woo!
All right, let's get into this joint right here.
Yeah.
Like I
don't
mentioned,
remember the song.
yeah, it's definitely not the
With the bird shit logo. I don't think it's a bad logo, but I only know it as the bird shit logo.
Well, they said it was the bird shit logo. WCW says on air or something it's the bird shit logo. You know what's funny is that, like I said at the top of the show, is that I ended up watching this episode like before we decided to do this.
Yeah.
And the reason that I decided to watch this episode was because the thumbnail on Peacock is the dog that they
It's
show.
a dog!
Yeah, it shows the dog later at Spring Break. I said, "Yo, what the fuck is this show?"
They got you.
I thought it was Pepe, that Pepe McMichael, but it was not. It's just a little dog.
Spring
with a
Break
little hat.
dog,
Yeah.
track phone dog, tough acting dog.
Tough acting dog is out of control.
But I ended up watching, when I watched the episode, I saw the Luger and the Sting and the Flair and Vampiro
Yeah.
Texas Tornado match. I was going to suggest it for watch this, and it's funny enough that we ended up just watching the
Oh.
whole show. So
Well, perfect. I figured, April, spring break, whatever. Fucking let's do it.
this show officially starts the 1 year countdown to Nitro being ended.
Oh my God, is that right?
Yeah, so I think Nitro, the last episode is March 26, 2001. Is that right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it's spring breakouts.
Yeah, you're right.
They're back in the spring breakout. for
Oh, it's the same place.
Same place.
Yeah.
Oh.
March 27, 2000 is this episode. So yeah, it's the 1 year countdown to
Ruin
the,
my vacation a year
Yeah.
later.
to the end of that shit. I believe all these spring breakout shows also were free to attend, and you could pay $5 and get a drink ticket and get beers all night.
Whoa, that is
That's
awesome.
awesome. That's crazy.
And what is there's a hotel next to it, right? That's like a shoot hotel, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it's a Sheraton hotel. Yeah.
Is that right? Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, so you could just stand on your balcony and watch Nitro all night.
yeah, that is really.
fantastic. That's
the
crazy.
mayor invited them here because they like to do something for.
It's probably good
like,
for business.
Yeah, WCW had such like a foothold with the age group at that time. Like
The culture.
Yeah,
It was like a
it was
whole
cool to like
culture
WCW
movement,
still. Yeah.
This is also, like we mentioned, the last show before Russo and Bischoff restart here. And then next week, they do a highlight show for Thunder and Nitro. And then, of course, we restart everything.
The reboot.
The show starts with the helicopter shot of the beach with all the fans out there. This
What
is
a
like
cool setup.
Yeah, this is like an iconic WCW shot.
This is fucking unbelievable. The big fucking trusses, and you can see like the hotel, like I said, the sea of people, the fucking, it's dark out, but like they're right near the beach.
Dude, the people are like, fans are standing on the beach watching this. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking cool as fuck. And they set off fire on the turnbuckles and shit. Packed ass
Dude,
house.
the fire's blowing everywhere. I'm like, oh, this is a fire hazard. Someone's going to die.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Especially later, Tony, with the actual pyro later. I was like, how are they shooting off this big pyro?
Plus, the helicopter doesn't help with all the wind. There's a helicopter right above.
Yeah.
And fucking the wall, Tony. But this is an abridged Nitro intro. I believe this is just a little bit. They for some reason cut it short and just got right into it. Had to get more time for DDP
Someone had to talk here. Dude, I don't want to talk about it.
DDP
Dude,
to blow it again.
Dude,
DDP, what are you doing?
Dude, no, I don't want to Undertaker DDP, but I'm one promo away.
Yeah, man. We said it. I think we said like you get like 2 more shots, you get 3 strikes, you're out. Look,
Dude,
this is 2 strikes for you, buddy.
This is fucked up.
This is what Vince watched before he buried his ass in WWE.
Dude,
He knew.
DDP looked exactly like the Invasion DDP. I think
He
had
did.
the jacket.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Fucked
He
up.
cut the hair and something fucked him up.
Yeah, once he cut the hair, his brain must have been connected to the hair or something.
Some the tights too, Tony.
Yeah, he just cut off all the
Oh.
fucking brain cells
You're
he
right,
had.
yeah.
Oh.
Fuck.
So we get DDP Town Hall here. Mean Gene starts the show in his best Hawaiian shirt. Spring break.
Dude, can you tell me where the hard cam is? Because it's fucked up, man. I don't know what's
In a
up with this
helicopter.
hard cam. It's crazy as shit. They zoom in from like a million miles away. It's shaky and windy.
It looks good
It's-
though.
Yeah, it's
It
crazy
is
though.
shaky, though. Yeah,
it's just
you're
a
right.
crazy hard cam.
Because the wind's
I don't even know where
blowing
they were-
crazy.
Yeah, you're
Mean
right.
Gene says, "Welcome to WCW Spring Breakout 2000." He looks right off camera towards the hard camera. He sees some boobies. Young lady, you're really proud of those, aren't you?
Thank you, sweetheart.
Whoa.
Yeah, Mean Gene, he starts by saying, I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. I'm looking at James's Twitter.
Yeah, like this is crazy. Like you're right, with the Hawaiian shirt on.
Hawaiian shirt. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. Young lady, you're very proud of those, aren't you? Thank you, sweetheart.
Mean Gene introduces someone coming back to WCW here, and he tries to introduce them. He tries so hard, and commentary's like, somebody's got to be coming out here.
Hello, in person,
Dude, it
line.
felt like they just said go out there, and he like did. I don't know. It was like, are we on air? We're live. Okay.
He had another idea in mind. Actually, Tony
But
is
the
what it was.
sexiest woman alive comes out.
Oh my!
That
unbelievable.
Kimberly Page is one hot piece of ace.
But this is like if the plan was let's find a way to sabotage DDP's return pop, this was the perfect way to do it because this was fucked up. They stepped all over it.
Yeah, they did. But Mean Gene said that she is sexier than all these skanks here in WCW Spring Breakout. So Kimberly Page is out here. Can you describe this outfit?
No, it's like I don't even know if it's an outfit. It's just
Spring
like a
Breakout style, baby. She's got the craziest thong G-string joint on.
yeah, it's like a see-through dress that sides cut out.
Yeah, they say on commentary, did she know what size of a dress were missing? And then Tony Schiavone says, I did, or something like that.
I have a wife, Mark.
Yeah, unbelievable. A crazy fucking look though, James. You're right.
Yeah, man. I was like, damn, fuck DDP. You know, like,
Yeah, I was fuck that. Yeah.
yeah, whatever, DDP.
And then, yeah, Kimberly comes out and tells Mean Gene that there's only one person capable of making this introduction. And, like, at this point, Kimberly Page is out here. We're talking about somebody returning. Then Kimberly Page goes through what feels like a 2.5 minute naming nicknames for DDP. So by the time fucking DDP comes out, no one cares. Yeah, it's like, woo, okay, we knew, and here's DDP. He's big leather DDP jacket, no shirt underneath, leather beret. I said, what? What is wrong here? What is wrong with DDP here?
And you know what's crazy? Well, like, okay, so for people who don't know, DDP has a fucked up back at this point, and like,
yes,
his career is pretty much never the same after he gets injured, and he starts pivoting, obviously. So he's got a book coming out, got Ready to Rumble, right?
Yeah.
And Mean Gene asks him all about that, and barely anything about him coming back to the ring.
It is like at least 7-minute just ad. It was just an ad.
It was insufferable.
It was terrible. It was.
Yeah, Tony. It wasn't even like he wasn't even cool during it either.
Like you said, they mentioned like his back injury for like 3 seconds, and then he's like, "Oh, you got a movie, and you got a book, and you got this." I mean, the guy should probably try doing yoga or something. I mean, that might help.
Yeah, you're right, Tony.
Yeah, Mean Gene says, you're injured. You got a book. Welcome back. How's your head, buddy? He said, "How's your head, sir?" Oh, that's great. DDP says, "The bottom line is that DDP." Good God, how you feeling, Texas?
Dude, he does. He goes.
What the fuck?
The bottom line is GDP. Hey, Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, you guys fucked up that pop. Weren't loud enough for me.
Let's try that one more time.
Yeah, well, Mean Gene says, I heard your head injury, I heard your injury could be career threatening. And DDP says, yeah, I blew my back out his spinal. And when
He goes, what? Yeah, I broke my back.
and when he comes back, his back is going to be jacked.
Anyways, I read a review about the movie coming out, Ready to Rumble, and they said, good movie.
Great movie.
Better cast.
Better cast. Nobody could figure out where they were showing the premiere of this, by the way. They all wanted to say it was the Chinese Man's Theater. No one fucking could get it right.
He was like, I don't know. He like needed a line on his hand. He's like, "This is at the man's
Chinese man's Chinese theater." What?
Mans, we're gonna watch this movie, mans. dude, he legit says Ready to Rumble is like Wayne's World meets wrestling.
Oh my God! And that Rose McGowan is one fine piece of ace. All right,
I know
says
from
Wayne's World meets
experience.
wrestling.
You know what I mean.
The main characters are like Wayne's World too.
It was like Wayne World. It's first last name.
Just the one. He says, on April 5th, my birthday, we're having the world premiere at the Man's Chinese Theater. All right. WCW is ready to rumble, but after April 5th, DDP is going to be looking to star in his next role, which is going to be the hardest working 3-time heavyweight champion ever.
No, 3-time.
And every time he says 3-time, you can hear Mean Gene saying, whoa. Chosen one. Oh, shit.
Here he is.
Jeff Jarrett in the shorts.
U.S. champion.
Looks good.
He does.
Yeah,
the belt looks awesome. What's up, Slappy?
You had the damn star around his place. He said he's going to crash the party in Hollywood and there's nothing you can do. So why don't you choke on that slap nut? Just one. Just the one slap
And then
nut.
DDP reads off a bunch of one fucking liners.
This is
just starts going down a fucking list of one liners here. Back is jacked.
This is brutal, man.
Yeah,
He's fucking
brutal.
You're going to crash the world premiere? I guess you're going to be seeing stars.
Oh, no.
I can see it now on the Grand Marquee, Jeff Jarrett, starring in Bada Bing, Bada Boom, your face imprinted on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Bada Bang. I hate DDP.
I immediately thought of the SpongeBob thing. Oh, this guy stinks.
This guy stinks.
Yeah, that guy.
Jeff Jarrett shows him up he says the Bada Bing line. It cuts to Jarrett. Jarrett grabs his cock and balls and says, "Suck on this, slap nuts." Dude, please, DDP, you got
can't
one
see
more
anymore, man. We got to go back. We got to go like 96, 97
right.
or something.
We're
We got to
doing it
go
wrong.
back.
His career ended when he cut his hair. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. So commentary break here. Tony Schiavone and Mark Madden discuss who was running creative on the show. Like anyone cares.
What
That
the
is unbelievable.
fuck?
That's
The
nuts.
big angle on the show is who's writing this wrestling show.
There's a huge right between them. There is a huge I wish I was at Raw sign in the middle of them.
There's one later too, like in another part of the building, a different sign that
I think
says
it's
the
the
same
same guy.
thing. No, it was a different one, just like a
Was
totally
it?
different
Oh,
sign.
yeah.
Russo was probably planting them in the crowd, so when he saved WCW, then the signs changed. And then a huge WCW sucks sign right beside his sign.
That's
By the way,
fantastic.
this is a free show that they fucking put on, and these people said they would rather go pay money to go to Raw
To be in another
than be
show?
at the free WCW show.
Shivani says, "Don't worry, we're gonna go to the B-roll sandwich soon."
Crazy, dude. Like, all right, so we got Bischoff and Russo. They're gonna be booking everything on the show, and also we got some B-roll coming up. Dude, what is happening right
I don't
now?
know. It's insane. They all want to be at Raw. And then they say Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart went to Tower Records to sign some autographs. Then they went on the Man Cow show. And Man Cow said something fucked up to Jimmy Hart. So Jimmy Hart attacked him viciously and mouthed him and tickled him.
Dude, all right. Hold on. Let me keep going. But yes, the man cow thing is unreal.
At least it wasn't the other guy.
Yeah, you're right. And I thought it was at first until you said man cow.
Me too.
Tony Schiavone announces Bischoff is heading creative now, but fans on the internet may have heard Vince Russo might be coming back.
I wrote down he may have heard this, but I didn't realize he said on the internet.
Yeah, he said fans on the internet. So
okay.
Russo and Bischoff are running the show. But, one thing here is that last time he was in WCW was, do we know, September of last year? Is that right?
He comes in October of 99, so yes.
Okay. All right, yeah, all right. And then he leaves and comes back.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So I don't believe Russo was ever seen on television at this point. I don't think he was on TV when he was booking.
No,
WCW.
I don't think so. I don't think the first run he was on TV. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
So I would assume that most people have no fucking idea throughout this entire show
Fuck Vince
who
Russo.
the fuck is Vince Russo? Right? Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Dude, I just assumed that he had been on TV.
You would,
Like,
if you watch Beyond the Mat, I guess you would know who Vince Russo. But it's not like he had a
wasn't
huge
even
part.
Yeah,
but he
no.
had a named
Yeah.
part in it.
I mean, like, maybe they were just super interneted out, and like
That
like,
was a Russo thing. That's why I think you
yeah.
have to believe that even though they said
Maybe.
Russo and Bischoff were booking the episode
Sure.
in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
that they had to at least have had some input here. Because
Yeah,
Kevin
'cause
Sullivan and JJ Dillon booking the least fun show of all time.
Yeah,
you
you're
know what I mean? Nothing fucking happened on that show.
They do say that on the reboot was the first actual on-screen appearance of him. So
Is that right? Oh.
Yeah, who the
Yeah,
fuck is
so-
this guy?
Yeah,
well,
wow,
they
what the
explained it
fuck?
like a couple times on commentary because they will not fucking shut up about this Vince Russo thing all
Yeah.
night long. They talk about, oh yeah, he was one that led the wrestling in the '90s. Like he was a guy that helped create wrestling in the '90s.
Well, I know when we watched the episode where they had Russo come out on TV,
He was awkward.
they were like, this is the guy that saved the WWF.
Yeah.
This is the guy that led them to the promised land, and now he is here
Sure.
in WCW to lead us to the promised land. Which is crazy because they had to sit here and admit for a goddamn year that this show is garbage. You know what I
This
mean?
just sucks. Yeah, we're fucked here. Yeah, this
That's
is horrible.
crazy. The
Dude,
show
Jim,
that
you
is
blew my
awesome.
fucking
That's
mind.
fucking
You
crazy
blew
to
my
think of,
mind.
yeah.
I thought Russo had already been a character on this show.
No. Not until
No,
not
'cause
until
when
he
he came
shows
out-
up.
Well, you might remember Vic Venom. You ever remember that guy? Same guy.
Oh, yes.
Well,
yes.
That was from the other company.
Of
That's from up
course.
north. All right.
Yeah, New York, which is where Vince was also from.
All right. So it shows a pre-tape of Jimmy Hart, like you said, on the Man Cow radio show, and he fucking assaults the podcast host.
He jumps him and mounts him and tickles him and like, come here, daddy.
Fuck you,
come on,
daddy.
I'm gonna come on, you
You
daddy.
like this? You like this, daddy? What's the angle?
Oh, he likes that dude. I think he likes that brother.
Fuck was the angle here? Man, that's what I'm saying. They were booking. I mean, this is
They
gotta
were
be
building
dog
towards a
shit.
match. They were building a match. They wanted to fight.
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
ring.
Mancow was gonna have a match, or he does.
Yeah, Russo said, "No way."
Mancow wanted to fight Jimmy Hart in the ring.
Did that happen at Spring Stampede?
They rebooted. They never did the angles. It just never happened.
Oh, sorry,
okay.
Man Cow
Damn,
radio show.
Damn. Bubba Love Sponge is here, though. Sorry.
Damn, so Man Cow radio show got a taste of the biz, brother. You got buried by Jimmy Hart. Fuck you, brother.
We're gonna do the show and you're not booked. Sorry. Fuck you.
I'm going over, Daddy. So backstage, the boys are hanging out. They're
This
chilling.
is Deadlock.
Who the fuck is this? I know Mike Modest. That's the only one I know.
That's all I got. Yeah, I don't know who.
Yeah.
They didn't even name the other two.
They were enhancement talents, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, they were all in gear.
Yeah, they were. They're ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Paisley comes up and tells them that one of you gets to face the artist tonight.
Who is Paisley?
That would be Charmel, I believe.
Yes, correct. Charmel Booker T's wife.
Yeah, she looks great here too, by the way.
She does look. I remember, but I vividly remember like the whole artist gimmick. I don't know. I guess maybe I was just super watching everything at this time, so like I
It
remember
did-
the artist formerly known as
It did
Prince
stick
IK.
out for some reason. I don't know why I remember it too.
Prince
It
IK was pushed.
He was.
you're right.
He had a cool fucking entrance.
Yeah, well, he definitely felt different than anybody on the
here.
show.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Because I mean, it's spring break. It's hard to get the same cadence, I guess, for this guy.
Yeah, can't do the lights and the smoke. The fucking it's gonna get blown away.
So the artist is the cruiserweight champion at this point. Did they say this was for the title?
So I still don't know if it was.
Okay.
But I thought it was because she comes up and says the artist is looking for a challenger, which I thought was for the Cruiserweight title.
Right.
But I'll look to see. But they don't show
Well,
him
I mean, the end
celebrating.
result is no. The end result is no, it's not.
During
fair
the
enough.
actual match, they shoehorn it in at the last second on commentary. Oh yeah,
That it's
remember
not?
this is a non-title match.
Right
Before the pin, and you're like, oh shit. Well, we know what's going to
Russo
happen
just
now.
remembered that.
Yeah,
Well, Tony, you have to remember they have to tell you who's going to be booking the show.
you are
The
right.
writer told us that it's the no DQ match or no.
You know,
non-title
wrestling
match,
is
sorry.
scripted, and there's people behind the scenes that write for it, and his name is Vince Russo.
And he's one of the best that's ever done it.
Crazy.
And he helped the WWF kick our ass when our company
Yeah,
started.
really. He killed our company. He
And
killed
now
it.
he's gonna do it
He
again.
killed it from the outside. Now he's killing it from the inside. Can't stop this guy, Russo. He's coming in.
but we can't stop him. He's here.
One way or another, people. He's coming into WCW and killing it.
Well, Paisley picks Mike Modest to challenge. I swear she says for the Cruiserweight title in the promo.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was.
You're probably right. She probably says
daisy.
it's for the title, and they probably just switched it and said
They changed the finish on the fly in the ring, but then they said it's not for the title.
Yeah, Prince
even funnier.
IKEA
You know what's
said, "Yeah, I
crazy
got you,
about
I got
this?
you."
Looking at this is like the people that WCW had towards the end here, and like looking at this show and the people that Sullivan and Dylan and all them wanted to book
Sure.
on the show. It's like I feel like they let so many people like just kind of fall through. Like you could have they had a really good mid card for a while,
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
did.
lot of potential here, man.
and even in 2001 we kind of see it as it kind of they try to start figuring it out, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, we don't really see any of those guys here, you know. Like they were.
How do they not see Mike Modest and say, we have to keep this company afloat because Mike Modest is going to make us millions? Mike Modest is awesome.
Dude, Mike Modest had the moves. He had the moves. Yeah, Mike Modest is I pretty much know Mike Modest from Beyond the Mat.
Yes. So
I think that everybody, right?
yes,
Most people.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, Modest is ready. He's ready. He's ready for the
Yeah,
big
he's
time.
ready. He's ready. Yeah.
So it shows a pre-tape of Steiner, Jarrett, and the Harris brothers at the pool.
I'm guessing this is the hotel pool.
Yeah, probably.
I'd assume so, right?
Okay, yeah, but
Um,
this is daytime, so this is early in the day. It's Steiner,
Yeah.
and there's 3 ladies in the pool, of course.
The
3 of his
freaks.
finest freaks.
Yeah, Steiner here looks fantastic, by the way.
He does.
He looks
He's
so
insane.
good.
His body fat percentage must be fucked up here because he's like, this might be the best he's ever looked, and maybe ever does. Look,
Yeah,
'cause he's
like
incredible.
composition of his body composition
Yeah.
is nuts. Like
Yeah.
he's unreal. He doesn't
He's
look like a
lean
human
and
being.
huge. Yeah, it's crazy. He looks like the fucking Hulk.
So Steiner is letting the woman in the pool know that he would like to see the breaststroke.
Yeah, can you guys swim? He says they're in the pool. Can you swim?
They're in the 4-foot section.
Oh, okay, sure. Show me the breaststroke. And Jared says, "Come on, let's go to the beach." And so I said, "Come on, man, fuck." And the Harris brothers are there in NWO shirts for some reason.
Yeah, I guess the NWO lives on here. I guess technically this is like NWO 2000 stuff.
Yeah, this is NWO Silver or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
like Steiner,
I think
Jarrett,
of what
Harris
they're called.
brothers.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Harris brothers really got to represent here.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, you're right, and we'll talk about how much they suck and how shitty the booking was a little later on. So, backstage segment: Mean Gene is with Booker, not T, just Booker.
Just Booker, and as Mean Gene is talking to him, Booker T's head snaps like to look right at the camera. I thought it was the fucking funniest shit ever.
Gene says that Booker and Kidman had a tag team title shot against the Harris Bros,
Tonight,
but Heavy D is, I don't even know these dudes' names in WCW.
Heavy D and Big Ron.
Yeah, he said Heavy D. I said, who the fuck is Heavy D? All I know is these guys
Yeah.
is fucking shitters. That's all I know.
They wanted to differentiate the two because they are twins. Wasn't to change their look to make them look different. They were going to change the twins' names to differentiate them. So it was Big Ron and Heavy D instead of Ron and Don.
Oh, here
They are fucking stupid.
Yeah, Heavy D.
Wow.
Well, Heavy D is in a sling, so he cannot compete.
Shoulder
so
Spinal.
Spinal. And Booker T says, "Okay, well, if I got a singles match tonight against
Big Ron.
Big Ron, I'm gonna kill him."
Yeah, he says, my daddy used to say, get someone some, you better be big enough, bad enough to take some. Booker T's the
Booyah!
best.
And I'm finna get
Yeah.
with you.
Yo,
this
trying out
is
all the
the guy.
catchphrases now.
Yeah, Tony, it's sick. Like, this is the
Get
shit
some,
right here.
want some. You better be bad enough to take some. That's good advice from your dad. I'll pass that on to my kids.
That is Tony dad. Tony's dad advice is just Booker T promos.
Daddy T. Daddy Tony.
Tony! Oh my God, Big T!
No, not Big T. Don't call me Big T.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry
well,
about
he's on the show too.
Yeah,
So now we
unfortunately.
have WCW Nitro is brought to you by Starburst Hard Candy.
Yeah! I don't remember this,
Get
but I like
some
Starburst.
juice.
Do you remember Starburst Hard Candy at all?
I remember. Okay, so I only ever had hard candy when the teacher at school would be like, sometimes we have like a substitute teacher and she'd try to like make it so we didn't make her life a living hell that day.
Oh,
so like
so she would
bring
bribe
hard
you.
candy, right? Yeah, and I'd be like, oh shit, this is dope. That's the only time I ever ate hard candy was in school.
Wow, okay. So you had Starburst Hard Candy then?
No, it was like handmade hard candy.
So she was trying to kill you?
You
Poison
never-
in there?
That'd be crazy.
No, I don't think I've had hard made.
Yeah, it looks like
handmade.
glass almost, like that hard candy glass. Have you ever seen that before? Yeah, that was like school.
Okay, I know
yeah.
what you're talking about. What do you think of Starburst jelly beans?
Do people still do that in school? I feel
Hello?
like back in the day. Fucking the jelly bean. I know your ass ain't talking about the Starburst jelly
Come on!
beans.
Hey, those
Dude,
are good. I like them.
Tony! Let's go! Starburst jelly
I bought
beans
some for my
fucking
daughter,
rise
and
up.
I kept eating them all.
Hey,
Thank you so much, man.
Hey,
This
man.
piece of shit doesn't understand.
hey, bro. Let me tell you, man. All
Tell
right,
me.
get some, want some. You better be big enough and bad enough to take some.
Damn,
You know what I
you're
mean?
spitting.
Yeah,
You're
just to make
spitting.
sure you understand that.
You're spitting. I hear you.
But no, the hard candy was crazy.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask, do people still fuck
Okay.
with substitute teachers like that?
I'm gonna have to go back to school.
Y'all still fuck with
Dude,
substitute
no
teachers
way.
like that?
Dude, there's no way. You fucking see the TikToks. They definitely just fucking are mean as fuck
yeah,
to
you're
these
right.
dudes.
You're
still.
right. You're right. That was like, that was crazy back in the day.
Yeah, they're mean. They
I
post
can't
on
even-
TikTok. They bully him. They make him quit.
Yeah, but I guess back in the day we weren't recording it.
No, we were not recording. We were just being horrible to them, and then they would just move on because they didn't have to live with it through video for the rest of their lives.
That's worse. Y'all are worse than us, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you guys are.
It's
and
actually
we
worse.
were bad.
Yeah,
we were.
we were
horrible.
bad. But
Yeah, but you guys are.
y'all are
you know,
rough.
yeah, you guys.
You ain't got to
fucked
record it, man. Put the phone away.
up. Yeah, come on, man. Pick up a book.
Yeah,
They got books still.
ain't no way.
No, they got tablets.
They got Chromebooks. Yeah, y'all are.
What the fuck?
Get the fuck out of here,
Holy
man.
shit, man.
Get some one son. You better be big bagging up, big
Yeah.
enough. to fucking
Yeah,
take
so
some.
you. Yeah, that's
You know what
fucking.
I'm
You
saying?
spit on that
Let
twice.
him know. You let him
Spit on
know.
that twice. OGB in the house.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Real shit. So we got the artist versus Michael.
juice.
Get some juice. That juice.
Was it get some juice or give it some juice?
Hey, y'all better go down and get y'all juice.
From the juice truck.
Hey, y'all go down and get y'all juice. Oh,
a lunch
yeah, I
lady
would have
saying
bought
that?
the fuck out of Starburst hard candy. That was that shit.
Hell yeah, man.
Come
You
get
tried
y'all
jelly beans.
juice. I was like, oh shit. All right. So the artist versus Michael Modest is up next.
Yes.
It is starts as a cruiserweight title match and then stops being one about 3/4 of the way through.
Right before the finish.
Right before they remember what the finish is.
What the fuck does Prince IK have on the cruiserweight title here? He like bedazzled it or some shit.
Yeah, it does look a little different, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
I like this fucking title, man. The WCW
It is
titles are
cool.
so good, man. They're so good.
Yeah, it is fucking cool. Last Wednesday, the artist pushed Chris Candido off during his match with Chavo. Pushed him off the top rope, and then that was it. So that's their feud.
All right.
And so we come back from the replay. There's another theme song playing that wasn't Mike Modest or Prince Iaukea, I don't believe.
No, it wasn't.
There's music playing. Everyone's acting like somebody's coming out, and it shuts off. And Shivani says, "Oh, I thought someone else was coming out here anyway." And then they just move on.
I like that.
I wonder if that was like Mike Modest's theme song and they just played it by accident because he was like winning the match, and they fucked up.
Who
and-
knows?
Oh,
It was probably dub, Tony. I don't even know whose song it was.
That's also true. It's a dub song that they fucked up playing. Yeah.
I don't know.
And also strangely, at one point during this match, Chavo just no clips and is here at ringside.
Yeah, Chavo and then Candido like awkwardly walks down the ramp at one point.
Yeah.
I will say this much: Mike Modest was probably booked because he looks just like Kevin Sullivan.
he also looks just like Chris Candido. dude, so Mike Modest is wrestling. They cut through the shot of Candido coming down, and Deb says, "Here comes Mike Modest." I said, "Holy fuck, you're right."
Dude, come on, that's Hard Knocks. Chris Candido,
You're
'cause he had
right.
a hard life, man. You know,
He had a hard cock,
Yeah,
dude.
he
It was
fucking
pretty sweet.
He
Looked
had a
like
crazy bicep.
Yeah.
So the padding on the outside of the ring, by the way, is so large.
Fucked up.
It has got to be 4 feet off the ground. I've never seen this
Yeah, because the ring is like raised up
Yeah.
off the
I don't know.
sand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is insane. This whole setup seems like the biggest headache ever.
Scary as fuck, if what is what it is.
But yeah, you're right. Chavo and Candido come to ringside, which at this point I have to know that Russo is booking. They don't even
This is
pay
some
attention
bullshit.
to the fucking match. There's shit happening on the outside. They're talking about none of it. I said, okay, I know what's going on here.
I know you. I'm familiar with your game.
Come get
I know
y'all
you.
juice.
Dude, Mike Modest looks great in this match, though. He's throwing exploders. He's doing all
Dude, he's
kinds
doing
of bullshit.
all the moves, all of his Beyond the
Yeah,
Mat moves
dude,
that
he
has.
looked way better than Prince IK did in this. So Prince IK gave him a ton. He said, yeah,
He
you do
did.
everything you got.
Yeah, and then Shivani on commentary says he's been told that WCW champion Sid Vicious isn't here, but he put a bounty on the head of Hulk Hogan for $500,000.
Did you forget your scissors?
$500,000 is how he said. And they yell at him.
I
and
think
he says,
they did-
500,000, 500,000.
One half
sorry.
of $1 million, because later on they make the dumbest fucking decision with Hogan where it increases the bounty to
On himself.
2 halves of $1 million.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't, and I'm so excited
I
to
can't
talk
wait to
about.
talk about it. Yeah, because logistically, it just doesn't make any sense.
We haven't gotten to shit. Hogan is fucking unhinged on this episode, dude. He's unfucking hinged, but
He's unbelievable.
We got a little bit more before we get to that. So
Paisley and Chavo are on the apron. The referee doesn't care. The artist invents the Olympic slam.
that's so sick. Anyways, Russo and Bischoff are coming to start the creative.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Then Mike Modest hits the Beyond the Mat fucking Kryptonite Crunch and kills him and wins. And Shivani yells, "We don't even have music for the guy."
This is a non-title match.
No, yeah, this is what they say. This is what they say. They say, oh, yeah, remember, folks, this is a non-title match. Then he hits a Kryptonite Crunch, and then he wins. Modest also takes that buckle bump that he took in Beyond the Mat where he, like, goes in the middle buckle and, like, curls over. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes. I know.
That must be,
you're
like,
talking
his
about,
one sell that he does, you know, like the
Yeah.
Modest
People got to
bump.
bring that bump back, baby. They got to get
Yeah.
that signature
It
bump.
looks
was
fucked
awesome.
up, though. It looks like he almost, like, fucked his neck up on that bump, but whatever.
So, dude, you're right, Tony. So I was like, damn, Mike Modest is like, he comes in, they fucking put him over the cruiserweight champ. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, he's good, but like, why are they doing this? So I'm looking up and I realize Beyond the Mat came out 10 days before this episode.
Yeah, WCW
So-
said we got the juice.
Yeah, we're just gonna bring in this guy that WWF didn't bring in.
And let
Which
him
is
beat
crazy.
the fucking cruiserweight champion. Let him do all his
Yeah.
cool shit too. Prince IK played ball too.
It was fucking awesome. I was like, wow, that's smart as hell.
Well,
he
Mean Gene
wasn't-
is.
I
What was
just
that,
saw
Tom?
he was in Ready to Rumble also, apparently, Mike Modest, which I did
Wait,
not
really?
know. Yeah, it just saw on his Wikipedia. It says he was in
John
Ready to
Cena
Rumble.
was too. So
Oh,
Mike
right.
Modest turned out better.
But also, then they reboot, and Mike Modest was never used again, I think. I don't know. Maybe he was.
Dude, Mike
but
Modest
I
has
don't remember.
like a 2-year Noah tour.
Well, it was probably in that Gaijin stable they had. What was it? I can't remember the name of it. For
Oh,
life on me.
not Red.
The Red Ribbon Army, Red Rocket Army,
Yum.
Red Rocket Army. Come get y'all juice.
Red Rocket Army? I think it's Red Robin.
No, Red Rocket. The Red Rocket Army. Well, Red Robin Yum, too, I get.
Red Rocket Army. Tough Acting Acting. That was their catchphrase.
Oh, I was thinking of ROND. That was All Japan, I think. That wasn't Noah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Mike Modest is in Noah for fucking ever, it looks like.
But Mean Gene with the Harris Bros. Heavy D is hurt.
That's right. That's how you know it's Heavy D.
Yeah.
He's hurt.
Heavy D is hurt because he was pressing Medeja at the hotel after Thunder, and his arm is killing him.
And you should check out her.
Ow.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed, by the way, this interview set, it's the usual interview set, but they put an inflatable shark on top of the trusses.
Oh, I
that's
didn't
awesome.
even notice the shark was
yeah,
there. That's
behind,
cool.
yeah, there's a big
Crazy.
inflatable shark.
So it's Booker versus
Big Ron.
Big Ron.
And Big Ron says, you're going to find out how unlucky Lucky can be.
Dude. Black shirt, bald head, goatee, chain.
2 Stone Colds.
Tucked in.
I definitely wrote later in the show, there's just 2 Stone Colds in the match at the NWO.
The dudes are ripping off Horace Hogan's steez. Nobody was doing it like that dude, and now
Where is
everybody
Horace?
is.
Is he gone already?
Who knows? He's probably on a tour of FMW right now.
He's in the Red Rock.
Red Rocket Army.
Rise up.
WCW Spring Break.
Yeah, they would show WCW at Spring Break over the weekend, and they show a dog. And then they show a dog in a hat.
That was the thumbnail for Peacock.
Yeah. And also, Disco Inferno was there, Scott Steiner, Shane Helms, Ricky
Lash
Rackman.
LaRue.
Yeah, Lash LaRue, Ricky
Shane Helms
Rackman.
flipped into a bunch of people. That was pretty sweet. He did like a
Ricky Rackman was the WCW online. He was with him and Tanay were the online guys. They would call the pay-per-view for you.
Yeah. They did it for this episode, too. They were saying, go online and check out the Nitro webcast. You might see some shit happening.
backstage, behind the scenes, Ricky Rackman.
Yeah, bro. How they fucking get that with Ricky Rackman? Was that from like when they did MTV shit or some shit?
They must have just liked him so much because they used him a lot.
Yeah.
But this Spring Break culture shit used to be so big when we were growing up.
Yeah.
This was
Oh my
so
god.
lit, though. This was cool.
That was what you wanted to do. You like every like show at the time was like, whoa, fucking Spring Break, and all you wanted to do was go to a Spring Break.
They got the goddamn TRL Spring Break, man.
Yes!
TRL Spring Break was nuts. They'd be having a whole week of that shit out there going crazy.
Unbelievable.
Had the ladies going nuts, music videos on tap, live performances.
We gotta watch that at some point. WCW did a show like not this. I think they did a different show like for Spring Break or something like that, like on MTV.
MTV Spring
Yeah,
Break.
they did a bunch of stuff. They also did a snow brawl or something too.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
No,
of.
but they did a spring one too at the beach.
Sure.
I remember them always doing like battle royals or something just to get a bunch of guys on the show or whatever.
Yeah, and it was always Raven that won them.
And they have an excuse to go to the beach or whatever.
That's true.
I'll go
Carson Daly.
Carson Daly.
Daly. He lived and died at the Spring Break.
He was a monotone motherfucker. How did he get so over?
Because it was fucking Carson Daly Spring Break. We're back Carson Daly Spring Break. Oh my god.
Based Carson Daly.
Yeah, man, that was fun. Him and Joe Rogan had a bunch of shit. It wasn't Spring Break, but it was. I remember he was on TV a lot with what was that show he did? Fear Factor or
Fear Factor. I was gonna say X Factor. Yeah, Fear Factor. Yeah, he was on something else too, though.
Yeah,
I feel like he was like a host of
UFC.
some news thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Joe Rogan podcast. That's what he's on.
Spring Break. So Hogan arrives to the arena
with Jimmy Hart,
of course, and his new best friend Vampiro.
Is this the arena? Because I think this is the hotel.
It looks like the hotel.
I think it is the hotel. I think they may even say it was the hotel, but either way, it being the hotel is even funnier with what happens next.
The hotel is the arena, so it's the same. It's one and the same.
You just walk outside, I guess you're there.
Oh, sure. Okay, that's fair.
So Hogan arrives with Jimmy Hart, and Vampiro walks out of the room and goes, "Hey, Hulk, let me talk to you."
Full gimmick Vampiro out of a random door as Hogan is walking by. He says, "Let me talk to you guys." And then they just go in
He
to
says,
the room.
"Yeah, brother. Yeah, no problem."
Yeah, okay, yeah, come on now. So remember that this happens, by the way. So Hogan, Vampiro, and Jimmy Hart all go into a hotel room together. Just remember that.
So Tori Wilson is center spread in the new WCW magazine.
That's a crazy thing. Yeah, it's like magazines are nuts, man. The one side is just her face and all, and then the other side is just her ass and legs. Unbelievable fucking shot.
Magazine spreads were nuts.
Yeah, that is unbelievable, bro.
So now we have Booker versus
Big Ron.
Big Ron.
And of course, Booker not only lost the rights to the T, but he also lost the rights to the Harlem Heat music, so he's coming out to a different song here.
Yeah, you're right. Remember when he came out of that clown song?
Yeah,
I think
I did remember that.
This is dubbed though too, I think, right? Whatever. I don't know what the original song is.
I actually don't know. I looked it up, and he was using something called "Hitting the Jack" by Joel Edwards.
That's nice.
No, yeah, Hitting the Jack.
Yeah,
I know that one.
yeah. Thank you, XY Lot.
So Ron Ron
and Don.
Okay, well
They're
let
both
me
here.
let me talk about Ron first.
Big Ron.
Big Ron wrestled
Right.
in tucked in black shirt with jean shorts, bald head, goatee, chain. What?
White socks.
Don't
White
forget
socks
the-
and
yeah.
white Nikes.
If you were to take a bus shot of this dude from behind with the jean shorts, the tucked in black shirt, bald head, chain, you'd be like, what the hell is going on here?
They should have just put a mask on him and just said it was Stone Cold.
is-
NWO Stone Cold is here.
They got the two most stone cold ass dudes of all time. That is so crazy.
That was a look back then, James. That people were rocking that.
Yeah.
the
Yes.
bald
How
head
did-
goatee.
How did, if anything, how did Goldberg say, what the fuck?
You're right.
You guys gotta grow some fucking hair here, boys. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, the dude is wrestling in goddamn sneakers and white
Dude,
socks.
Jerry Seinfeld shoes is what he's got on.
Yeah, dude, the Jerry Seinfeld joints, man. That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, dude, this match, dude, the Harris brothers suck.
They
Bad.
suck balls always, never good.
And this match did nothing but make Booker look so fucking stupid. I guess if there's one thing that Russo did care about, it was like Booker T. So I mean,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
you know, like he did think Booker T was
I
pretty
mean, Booker,
cool.
yeah, Booker does his stuff here, but yeah, he looks like a dipshit. First of all, he fucking hits the bookend, and then I guess maybe the bookend wasn't his finish here yet, so which is whatever, fine. He hits the scissors kick. Jeff Jarrett comes out in short still with a guitar. Ref distracted, then Heavy D gets in and gloms Booker, and Mark Man's like, oh my god, it's a miracle, he's not injured. And then they hit the H-bomb on Booker T, and Big Ron wins. And that's not all.
Dude,
then
I just want
Go
to make
on.
sure we understand
Yes,
here
Sure.
that the tag team champions,
Correct.
the single one, ended up beating Booker here, pinning him.
Right. To set up for them getting a tag title shot in the future.
Or
What
not, brother.
the fuck is going on? That's what I'm saying. And Booker in his finish, and he was just right back up.
Yeah, he was. You're right. He got right back up and they hit their finish.
Yeah, what? I thought, I was like, they're gonna have all this interference. Booker's gonna end up winning anyways, and like,
Right.
you know, and
Yes.
that, and then
Why
then,
would he not?
Yeah, I was like, okay, you know, and then they'll probably beat him down. You know, Booker beating him
Yes.
and then getting beat down
Yes.
protects him and
Why
also
not?
gets heat. But no, man, he just fucking beat him.
Absolutely not.
That's right.
And then everybody hit the ring, and Jarrett's walking away with jean shorts on.
Yeah, Jarrett leaves. He doesn't come back in to beat up Booker, but that's okay because Ahmed Johnson, Stevie Ray, and Cash are all out here to whoop Booker's ass some more.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, Jay Biggs is also here. Shouts out Jay Biggs.
Oh, yeah,
And
shout
then
out.
also, in 2 weeks, it don't
It
fucking
will matter.
matter.
It will not matter.
You
It
just-
doesn't matter.
And I feel like Booker was historically like pretty protected in WCW. Like, we watched a lot of Booker where like I feel like
His U.S. title run.
yeah, stuff with fucking Benoit, and then like his
Yeah.
there was a lot of single stuff with him, and then like we watched Ricky Martel.
Yes.
Yeah, we watched some shit with him, and like
That was awesome too, by the way. Underrated, that Ricky Bartel.
he was and he was pretty protected. And then like I don't know what the fuck was going on here.
This is crazy, yeah. The fucking boys all come out, jump Booker. It wasn't enough that they took his tee and his theme. They're still whooping Booker's ass here. He's trying to go for the tag titles with Kidman. Billy Kidman comes out to make the save, but he gets fucked up too. Then Cash hits the crazy boss man slam on Booker, and then hits the mother effing bomb on Kidman. They're just killing these dudes, and Booker scares them away by getting in the ring with an office chair.
And these guys are supposed to be the contenders for the tag titles. Okay.
Correct.
And Booker, I mean, they hit everything on Booker, and he just gets back in with the chair too. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
what's going
nothing
on.
matters. Nothing matters.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
In 2 weeks,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter anyway. So
It doesn't matter.
No,
You're right.
you're
It
right.
doesn't matter at all.
They knew here it wouldn't matter, so it was like, whatever.
Yeah, that's probably
Um,
what Booker was like. Yeah, fuck it, whatever. I don't give a shit.
That's why Booker later said, somebody got to save this company. I'll tell you that.
He does say that.
But we cut backstage. Vampiro is stooging to Hogan about the 500K on his head.
Okay, can you explain to me? So they went into a room.
That's his close personal friend, Vampiro.
Okay, right, correct. Okay, I understand. I completely understand.
Okay, good.
I accept this as canon.
Okay.
They went into a hotel. Sure, they went into a hotel room. Where are they now?
Well, they're by the shark.
I don't even know where the fuck this is, and it sounds like it took this long for Vampiro to tell him that this is happening. So I don't know what happened in the time that the match went on and all that shit. But Vampiro, yeah, he says, I just want you to know that's the buzz in the dressing room. Vampiro says, I don't know who it is, but I didn't feel right about it. Kind of made me feel sick. And Hogan says, sounds like we're in for a long night, dude. I got $500,000 that says Sid won't show his face. Thank you, my friend.
What the fuck? And like, this was just the start of the craziest Hogan shit I've ever seen in my life. This has to be the craziest. We have watched a ton of Hogan WCW stuff, and this has to be the craziest fucking slew of sentences to leave this guy's mouth that I have ever heard in my life.
And I swore he was going to have a heart attack because he like would not take a breath, and he was like red. He was so red, like redder than usual.
Vampiro at this point was just buddies with all the top guys.
Yeah, what is going on here?
Yeah,
He's a
was.
Sting
What
guy
the
and a
hell?
Hogan guy now. That was the only way to get upward momentum here at this point in WCW was being friends with
Stooge
a
and the
top guy.
boys.
Yeah,
it's literally the
like-
only way. Yeah.
Well, now it's time for the Hulk Hogan Town Hall.
Yeah, Mean Gene introduces Hulk Hogan. Oh, yeah. And Hogan, that's what he says. And Hogan takes forever to come out because I guess he was putting his gear on,
This guy,
which I don't know why.
looks so fucking dumb. Going back to this fucking 80s
This one
look
sucks.
was
Yeah.
so ridiculous. Actually, NWO run. And I mean, his WWF look, just a little bit later than this, just a few years later, was so much better than
Oh,
this.
with the
Oh, he
pants?
just- yeah.
Yeah,
It was
when
awesome.
After
Yeah.
post NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Post
Hulk still
NWO.
rules. Hulk
Yeah.
still rules.
Yeah,
look.
that was
Yeah.
awesome.
That is like a very good look for Hogan at this time.
How did nobody figure out, hey, you should just keep the NWO pants and change them to a new thing? He
To
said,
red
I'm
and
going to go
yellow.
back to the
Yeah,
other
why don't you just do
dude.
red and yellow pants? Yeah, that would have worked.
No, wait, dude.
He looks so fucked up here, man.
He looks like he is the definition of a smacked ass.
no wrist tape on this guy. Fucking just crazy.
It gave me like Ric Flair vibes for some reason. I don't know why. Just
Wow,
plain
that is a
trunks.
good fucking comparison. You're right.
Yeah, he looks like shit here. So
Just to get back to it.
yeah, just want to make sure. Like I said, his WWF look is awesome. I love the red and yellow NWO.
It's because it
type
covered
was
up
gear.
cool as
everything. It didn't make it
Yeah.
look like a smacked ass. you
Yeah,
know?
and he was huge, Tony. He was back on the fucking Vince McMahon
It was
cycle.
juicy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Long pants and boots is always an ultimate better look for Hogan.
That's
you
true.
know?
I'm gonna let you do
Me?
What
Tony,
he's-
you talking about?
No, you, because I know you wrote down every single word that he said here.
I just want to show you what I wrote down just so you know how crazy this is here. I'm going to show you my notes here.
This is God damn, dude. This is without a doubt one of the craziest Hogan promos I've ever heard in my entire life.
I don't have to
Dude,
do
what's funny
everything,
about your
but
notes here?
Yes.
What's funny about your notes here is that you write Hogan in all caps. Like when
Because
Hogan's
I
talking,
hear
it's
him in all caps. Yeah.
You can tell it's Hogan. That's hilarious.
Because that's how I know the cadence is if he's doing a Hulk Hogan promo, it's all caps. Same with Stone Cold. If Stone Cold's doing a Stone Cold promo, it's all caps. I don't know why.
That's awesome.
Start to finish here. This is one of the most. I don't know if I want to use the word iconic here, but this is one of the most infamous WCW segments of all time.
So Hogan's out here in his gear. There's a big "Please retire Hogan" sign, and Hogan says, "Well, you know something, Mean Gene. First off, brother, I was looking over the balcony in my hotel room, waiting for Jimmy Hart to get me for my interview, but there were about three to four ladies. He couldn't figure it out.
3 to 4 ladies.
And itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikinis, brother, massaging him down, making sure his neck was okay after the Sid Vicious attack."
Okay,
Wait, hold on
so
a second, by the
yeah. Hold on. Yeah, the first thing I'm unpacking is what is happening. So
Jimmy Hart is not here, by the way. We didn't say that, but
Oh,
yeah, Jimmy
Hogan's
Hart's not
shirtless,
here.
by the way, in the yellow.
He did have a
underwear.
shirt and then he didn't have it on, but now he's out here in yellow piss gear.
He looks insane.
He looks like shit.
You have to see this. So he is the fucking itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikinis, brother. Massaging Jimmy Hart down. And and for some reason he fucking regressed back
pantomimes it
to 80s Hulk Hogan to the extreme. He goes, making sure he's not crinkled up from big, nasty Sid Vicious, dude. What? You are 47 years old.
And he's pantomiming Jimmy Hart getting rubbed down.
Big, nasty Sid Vicious. I was like, what? This is so removed from NWO Hogan. This is the complete
you're right.
opposite.
This is back to caricature Hogan.
Yeah, NWO Hogan was talking about the Woodmaster and going down to the hood and
he was,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
going
like
nuts.
the cool, like with the times Hogan was in, he was in the culture, but here, no, way removed.
Yeah, now he's talking about big, nasty Sid Vicious,
dude. Even itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikinis from like the 50s or whatever. Come on, bro.
Dude, he went from like smoking penises and hanging out with Dennis Rodman and running for president to fucking going right back to saying your prayers and taking your vitamins. What the
hanging out with Jay Leno and doing all this cool shit, and then
So Mean Gene says, well, what about the bounty? And Hogan says, the first thing we need to do, brother, is get the cameraman back, and I'll show you the $500,000 arm, brother. That'll show you that no one in this place will do one thing about it. If Sid Vicious had the guts to come out here in front of all my maniacs, brother, I'll show you what I'll do in front of all my people. You know that every time I face that dude, Mean Gene, he turns pale and runs for the hill, brother. And Mean Gene says, yes, he does. Hogan says, I'll stay out here all night if I have to. I got $500,000, and if Sid Vicious wants a little piece of Hulk Hogan, brother, I'll take him on. There won't be any other matches tonight, because I'll beat his rear until the sun comes up. I'm so sick of this dude.
There is no way Hogan's wrestling all night long.
Hogan threatened to stop the show. There will be no more matches, and he is also going to put $500,000 more on his own head.
What?
That doesn't make any sense.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
$500,000 more
on his own head. Not $500,000 to like help fight beside me. I'll give you even more money to come fuck me up, dude.
Yeah, dude, this is absurd. Come on.
He can't put $500,000 more on his own head because he's not putting the first money up.
It's not his money. It's not your money.
It doesn't make sense.
Hey, why don't Sid Vicious is gonna put $1 million more up, dude?
Dude, but the bounty is only if Hogan loses. So
I'm gonna put more money up, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
$1 million.
What?
This is crazy.
You're not putting $1 million.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Half of 1,500, whatever they fuck.
Yeah, well, Tony, you know, brother, my father told me when I was a little teeny Hulkster one day, the greater the gladiator is, the more enemies he has, dude. And they've been coming out of the woodwork, brother. I've had to put Dustin Rhodes back in his baby bin last week.
Yeah, well, my dad said, get some, want some. You better be beat up bad enough, take some.
Dude, he brings up Dustin. He says he put Dustin Rhodes back in his baby bin. Dustin Rhodes is the only guy he buries there.
Yeah, that was like
really
personal.
Dustin.
Yeah, it was personal. He says there's so many enemies. Dustin Rhodes.
And Dustin Rhodes and Goldust and fuck that guy.
If Sid Vicious is going to come after Hulk Hogan, it'll definitely be from behind. And he turns and points behind him. Just a big pantomime that behind is this way.
Sid is going to come on me from behind, brother.
He's going to come on behind, brother.
It means you say, yes, he is.
Yes, oh, definitely.
I expect him to.
Mean Gene says, Jimmy Hart is by your side. What's up with him? I know Vampiro buzzed you up pretty seriously back there. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, here we go with one of the crazy. Not only is this one of the craziest, I don't even know what you want to call this, craziest charismatic sentences of all time. But in 2 weeks, Hulk Hogan does not believe this anymore. So
Vampiro turns on Sting in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so
you're right.
Sorry, brother. I guess I lied.
Hogan says, well, you know Vampiro. He's the wrestler of the future, brother. Holy shit. I've been watching this dude. I've been watching his moves. And the general consensus among all the maniacs is Vampiro is going to be the man. As I watch him, brother, I'm going to make sure I watch his back. The brother gave me the common courtesy. He stepped out of the shadows to tell me there was $500,000 bounty. I'm going to be right there by his side, dude. The wrestler of the future, Vampiro.
Hogan took a general consensus from all
the maniacs.
the maniacs. And they have all decided that Vampiro is going to be the man. Or maybe not, brother. In 2 weeks, it looks like you're a jabroni.
You're a piece of fucking shit, dude.
Dude, that sounds like Johnny taking a poll. Yeah, everyone says it's
Yeah, it looks like the poll, the maniacs say, yeah, he's over.
No, it was a WCW.com poll where it was, do you like Vampiro? And if you voted no, it gave 5 votes to yes.
5 more votes.
And the winner was the man that's up next is Nigel McGuinness. How did this happen? Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, well, Vampiro is the rest of the future, brother.
He was in HWA. He probably was doing okay there.
The best part is that it doesn't stop here. You would think like saying Vampiro is the wrestler of the future is enough to be like, oh, okay, sure. Like, okay, they're positioning Vampiro pretty well. Well, Hogan has even more to say about Vampiro, and not only Vampiro, but we haven't even gotten to the crux of the segment yet.
No.
Fuck.
So he puts over Vampiro. Mean Gene says, is there any chance we can see you and Vampiro as a tag team? And Hogan says, it'd be my pleasure, brother. With the momentum he has, it reminds me of when Hulkamania first got rolling. I see more painted faces like Vampiro. He's building momentum, brother. And I'm going to make sure I watch his back. Sid Vicious, you coward. Step out of the shadows, dude. And I'll chop you down with the edge of my hand, brother. And Mean Gene says, what is he going to do? And then all of a sudden, music starts playing. And all of a sudden, the camera is on the wall. And he's on top of a building doing the goozle pose. And Hogan says, that's the wall, brother. He's pointing up to, like, no one in the crowd can fucking see what this is. There's a big spotlight, and you can see on top of this building, but you can't see, like, who the fuck this is.
Imagine, like, a huge hotel building, like, way, 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 way far off.
A skyscraper.
You need, like, a telescope to see that fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, Hulk Hogan see it perfectly.
I wonder if they had it on the screen. I wonder.
Was there screens?
There was a screen on there's a Tron.
Okay, for the entrance, right?
Yeah, right. But I wonder if they had that up there. Because most of the time they didn't have anything on it. It was just the WCW logo.
It was just the logo. Yeah.
But I wonder if they put him up there. The shot they get of this guy
is crazy.
It's insane. This is the coolest shot. Like, the wall was made right here. I almost wish he didn't have the fucking match later. And then this guy just kept showing up on a random fucking building.
And killing dudes. Yeah, man.
Like, he just finished killing Crowbar at Uncensored, and now he's on top of a building. Like, this guy is getting built crazy.
They should have had him chokeslam Crowbar off the building, like behind it.
Whoa, that would have been.
Oh, like behind. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
okay, I hear you.
Yeah. Or in front of it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, just figure it out.
Too. Yeah, that's cool. So Hogan is pointing up. It does this crazy shot where it shows the wall, and then it zooms all the way back to the ring. It's like I don't even know how they had cameras like this back then. It's unbelievable.
It is. The shot is seriously crazy. Yeah.
Hogan's, that's the wall, brother. Hey, wall, if you want some, come get some. That's the wall up there, brother.
Hey, wall.
Hogan says that's the wall up there so many times that it makes me think he's trying to convince everyone around him that it is the wall.
You have to make sure people know who the hell it is.
It's definitely the wall, dude.
It's like when you see Bigfoot. I swear that's Bigfoot over there. If you look over there, it's got to be Bigfoot.
Hulk Hogan versus Bigfoot is a missed opportunity in life.
Well, if Kevin Sullivan had the book for 3 more months, it would have happened.
You're right.
Dude, I don't know what kind of challenge that is, by the way, to stand like a million miles away. Yeah, you scared of me now? I'm up on this building.
How are you going to collect the bounty up there? What are you doing? And how did they come to figure out that this what meant he was challenging Hogan to a main event match tonight?
This was the bounty. They didn't have a mic
because he signaled. He signaled, guys.
The goozle?
Yeah, he signaled for the match. Yeah, that means he wants the match.
He should have dumped money down or something. I don't know. He did something different.
Yeah, they should have had a fucking, the Shawn Michaels entrance. He should have just did that from the building.
Whoa, the whole thing, the Logan Paul WrestleMania entrance all the way down.
A drop kick.
Dude, that would have been gnarly. He should have goozled him. Fuck the drop kick, goozled
Oh my god, he lands in Goozle's.
Yeah, there's like a whole way he's holding the Goozle out.
Just straight arm the entire time.
Straight arm Goozle tonight. And he's,
Dude.
that's the wall. Me and G, the wall is coming.
Watch out.
Screaming it the entire time.
It keeps cutting back to him like very, very slowly coming down this fucking thing. That is the wall.
He's sliding down with the Goozle in the air. Oh my god, he gets in the ring and Goozles him.
Yeah, man, that would have been.
That's gotta be the pod art.
Yeah, that would have been unbelievable.
Pedro's gotta draw that, Tony.
He's doing this in a fucking work shirt he cut the sleeves off of and a goddamn tie. Yo, here he comes,
That's
the
so
wall.
That's so based. So yeah, Hogan says, "You know something, brother? I'm gonna put another 500 grand on top of that." So I don't know if we're at 1.5 million or we're at $1 million now that Hogan has decided to put on this.
I don't. Hogan has no idea what the fuck is going on or how bounties work or contracts or.
Yeah, well, get your butt down here, Wall, and I'll kick your ass too. That's what he says. Get your butt down here and I'll kick your ass.
I guess they're trying to build it as like $1 million match, but a fucking most convoluted way to do it.
I'm not sure really about money, dude. I'm not putting any of my money up, dude. I'll tell you that much. It's Sid's money. So I want to tell you, by the way, when I first recommended we watch this, I was going through the retro thread on the Reddit, and somebody like said the show. I was like, "Oh, Spring Break, that makes sense." Then it wasn't until I scrolled down more where somebody else suggested this show and said, "This is the show the Wall debut does the Hogan thing on." I said, "What? No fucking way! This is that one."
Man.
Craziest shit ever, bro. This is like one of the gnarliest segments of all time. It is genuinely unbelievable that someone wrote this down, and not only did they write it down, but they were able to execute it at the level that they executed. It's actually unbelievable. So we go backstage after, it cuts just so randomly. Here's Mike Tenay with Disco Inferno and the Mamalukes now.
The Paisans.
The wall is still, they're still on the fucking building, by the way.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The wall is still on the fucking building. I don't know like how they get this guy back over there. That's probably the biggest pain in the ass
Crazy elevator
ever,
or something.
Yeah, but here's Disco and the Mamalukes, and they are pissed at Disco for putting him in a match with the Young Dragons.
So this must be shortly after Tony Marinara gets fired, James, right?
Sadly, I think. Yeah.
Because this is where they go from the Mamalukes to the Paisans.
Okay,
And
yeah,
Disco
that
is
makes
with them.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time to cut this.
Yes. Yeah, well, don't worry. It doesn't matter in 2 weeks, so it's fine.
Now instead of doing whatever this is, we're gonna do the stickball down on a pole match. We got a couple of those. We got a couple of those coming up. Bitch.
Well, Vito says we want to talk about something. Those Fugazi Harris brothers, they still have our tag titles. You're slacking. You're a jerk. You're an idiot. And you got us a match against these Young Dragons. And Disco says it's a match of the century. After we beat those guys, there's no way the committee can overlook the toughest tag team in WCW. Well, the Harris brothers were watching on the NWO monitor in the back, and they stand up and leave, I guess, to, get involved here.
To go find the wall.
Where is he, brother? He's still sliding down.
We got the Young Dragons versus Disco and the Paisans.
Yes, which I thought it was just a tag, but then it quickly turned into a 6-man.
So it shows the Young Dragons attacking 3 count last week.
Yes, and they stole their green discs that they dance
They
on.
have to have the green disc, by the way, to make this happen.
They got green disc and headsets on.
And what's funny is we talk about it a lot, but Evan Courageous is somehow ended up being the only guy really out of that group that didn't get like a bigger shot.
And he was the most built dude there.
He looked like $1 million. Like
he looked like an action figure.
Yeah, which is unbelievable how it turned out. I actually looked into it a little bit more to figure out why, because I told you guys before, but I'm watching a lot of the SmackDown 6 era SmackDowns right now.
Sure, yeah.
And Heyman brings in Shannon Moore, and he gets a pretty sizable push. He goes over a lot.
Yeah, he's not bad, right?
And he puts him with fucking Hurricane. So
that's right.
He puts him with Hurricane, and I was like, damn it. So they got Shannon Moore and Hurricane. I'm like, this is 2002. Like, Evan Courageous is probably still fucking looking great. I bet he looks fantastic. Yeah. But apparently they sent him to
HWA.
The Heartland promotion.
That's where Nigel was.
Yeah, well, he got sent down there, and I think he got super concussed, and then he just kind of left. They never used him, and then they released him.
Oh, what? Does he wrestles after that, though, right?
He does wrestle after that.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they didn't see, or maybe he just fell through the cracks of so many guys they were bringing in, or whatever the case may be. But Evan Courageous was Shannon, the whole reason that Hurricane, Shannon, and Courageous are even together is because they're all from fucking North Carolina. That's the whole reason that they're all together. So like they were doing like a North Carolina stable thing on that SmackDown with Hurricane, Matt Hardy, and Shannon Moore. I'm like, why could they? You could not figure out anything for this fucking guy.
Yeah,
he was actually pretty good too. Like he had a lot of he was not bad. No,
he was not bad. He fit perfectly with these dudes. And in my mind, when they were doing 3 count, he was like the star of it.
Yeah, he was the head guy.
Yeah, right.
Weird. So I guess he just got a bad concussion, and then WWF never used him because of it, and then they released him.
Where does Evan? So I mean, just I guess jumping ahead here a little bit. Where does Evan Courageous? Because 3 count obviously breaks up, and Shane Help starts doing his own shit. He's
Sugar Shane
fucking busting out the Burter Breaker. Yeah, Sugar Shane. What does Courageous do there? Does him and Moore still team or what?
So it looks like Moore turns on Helms after Courageous turned on Noble, rejoining Moore. They redid 3 count. Yeah, Courageous and Shannon Moore remain a tag team for the final months of WCW.
Oh, Courageous was teaming up with Jamie Noble then.
Yeah.
Who got unmasked and kicked out of the Young Dragons by Leia Meow. And then they were battling against 3 count and the Dragons. And then
we watched that. They did
the
ladder match and shit they did.
Yes.
And,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, then he just goes back with Moore, but Sugar Shane just stays in his own thing.
Well, that's probably not good.
Yeah, probably not.
Wow, okay.
Do you remember the cruiserweight belts, the fucking bird joints?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they did look nuts. Yeah,
they were nuts.
And who won those? Elix Skipper and Kid Romeo, and then the Filthy Animals.
Right, and that was it.
Wow, that's nuts, dude. Wow.
Yeah, what a lineage.
So Young Dragons and Disco and
Paisans.
Paisans. I did a Paisans. Is that their name?
Well, anyway, Shivani breaks the news that Vince Russo has officially joined Eric Bischoff on the creative team for WCW.
Dude, they're announcing this while Johnny the Bull mother effing bombs Jamie Noble to the floor. And they completely ignore it. He fucking press slams him over the top, and they no sell to say Russo will join Bischoff in creative. I said, what the fuck?
Well, this is the breaking news. Everyone cares a lot right now about this.
Not only that, let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it.
The whole match.
Dude,
Why don't we just
they
talk
about it the whole rest of the shit.
So what does this mean for WCW? Well, let's just talk about it. Let's
ignoring that the fucking Harris brothers are out there attacking people.
No, we gotta know what is Vince.
We don't care.
We gotta talk about it.
The Paisans hit the H-bomb in this match, by the way. I guess to try to set up a feud, but it won't matter in 2 weeks, so it doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
And there's another I'd rather be at Raw sign, as well as a I'm here because it's free sign.
Yeah, they were going nuts. The crowd was crazy for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Young Dragons end up pinning Disco with the tidal wave. And
it was
now,
awesome.
Yeah, dude, it is a fucking sweet finish here.
Splash leg drop combo off the top, for those that don't know. Double team splash leg drop off the same buckle.
Yeah, shout out Chris Jetty. We out here.
Yeah.
And now the Harris Bros are fucking going to kill all the heat. So if you thought the Young Dragons were going to get any sort of fucking momentum for this, the answer is no. No, they aren't. The Harris Bros are going to kill it.
Yeah, they hit double H-bombs on Jimmy Yang and Jamie San, and then dangerously throw Kaz Hayashi over the top rope, and then that's the end of the segment.
And now Flair, Luger, Liz, Sting, and Vampiro are all arriving.
What are Sting and Vampiro having? Is it Brothers in Paint or some bullshit?
That's what they're calling. They're saying something.
That's what Hogan calls them.
Okay, I think that's what their name might be too. And then Flair and Luger are Team Package.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but they are. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got TP and Flair versus Sting and Vampiro. Texas Tornado rules because
they do a Nitro Girl segment, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Shouts out to the Nitro Girls. We've talked about this before, and I want to bring it back just in case people haven't heard us talking about it before. I think the Nitro Girl stuff was fucking cool. I mean, of course they're all like super hot, but like doing that shit it's a cool presentation. And it gives you time to like run down fucking like come to fucking Louisville or whatever. You know what I mean?
Basically all they did was instead of doing like the like WWF would do the crowd, like they kind of feed around the crowd or whatever to talk when they're talking. They would just have the Nitro Girls fucking dancing.
Yeah, and they were good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They were like legit dancers. Yeah, so it was like
yeah, exactly.
You know, I think
it was a cool presentation. I
think they get a lot of heat. They really should.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't know why, but I guess wrestling fans. They
WWE said it for many years that the Nitro Girls was stupid and dumb. So Texas Tornado rules for this matchup here because they are in Texas.
Which is also False Count Anywhere? Is that also? I didn't realize that was a part of Texas Tornado rules.
Well, it's special because it's Texas Tornado Spring Break.
Big ol' stupid Texas.
Well, Luger does his full entrance, which is always crazy. Liz pulls the clothes off and fucking he's sitting in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Looking nuts. When she rips the fucking shirt off, man.
He is crazy.
Dude,
that's
awesome.
definitely what Hogan thinks he looks like.
You're right. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's probably pissed off that fucking Luger's out here doing this.
What the fuck, dude?
But yeah, so then Sting and Vampiro attack immediately after he pulls his clothes off.
Yeah, fucking Luger, dude. I'm gonna put $100,000 more dollars on my own head.
He's putting more money on his fucking head. Somebody tell this guy how bodies work.
It doesn't work like that, brother.
Yeah, they cut him off, and very quickly it turns into Sting and Luger fighting away from the ring, and Vampiro and Flair doing as little as they can, while Sting and Luger are the big part of the
I feel
show.
at one point, like Flair, like looks off. Is the match? Are they finished? They do the finish yet? What's going on here?
They don't know if the match is done yet.
Yeah, they don't even know.
Yeah, I like this joint though. This is fun as fuck.
This is fun as
Yeah, this
hell.
is a sweet match.
Oh, also, Shivani says Vampiro has a sprained ankle and knee, but he likes the pain. So that's why he's here.
All right.
I like that dude.
Yeah, anyways, you know if Russo has officially joined Bischoff on the creative team.
Let's
Oh,
talk
great.
about it. You want to
Great.
discuss?
Yeah, they're gonna write the show in 2 weeks together.
Wrestling
So-
Can you believe
shows have
that?
writers. Did you know that? Wrestling
Well,
shows have writers.
they wrote this and it was awesome. So Sting and Luger,
Well, maybe they didn't.
yeah, you're probably right. This is probably
This is
all of
Dylan.
them.
Yeah, this is JJ Dillon.
Sting and Luger fight over to the swimming pool. And
hotel, yes.
yeah, and they say we don't even have lights for this. And it's
That's
all it's all blacked out over there. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Luger grabs Sting for the pile driver. Liz comes by and throws something.
Throws a drink at Sting's ass.
like a cola. It was like just like a Coke or something.
I feel like there was supposed to be a spot with this, and then like she missed
yes.
and like hit his ass, and then she just throws her hands out like she blew a
Just,
spot. Oh fuck it!
That's what you're right. Yeah, it definitely was supposed to be. She like was supposed to try to throw it at Sting and accidentally hit Luger, but Luger has him in the pile driver position, and she just throws it at his face and goes, here it goes.
So Sting then turns around and back body drops Luger into the pool, which
Awesome.
I always love
That
shit
was
like
awesome.
that.
Great spot.
Total
Great
package in the pool. Total
Yeah.
package in the pool.
Well, in the ring, Vampiro has a knee bar on Flair.
Yeah, I guess fucking just sit there, whatever. The crowd was actually
Yeah.
chanting for it at one point though, so they must have been doing something in the ring that was cool.
Yeah, because like you said, I don't know if the crowd saw what Sting and Luger were doing.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Yeah,
No,
I don't think-
I
I
don't think
was surprised more people didn't just run over there, but I guess they didn't know.
yeah, maybe they didn't know. They just thought they fought to the back. They
Yeah.
forgot that there's like a beach over there.
So so he throws him in the pool, and then Luger and Sting fight out some stairs by the pool, and a waiter gets in the way, so Luger pushes him into the pool.
He steals a tray, hits Sting with it, and pushes a waiter into the pool. He doubles back to fuck with the waiter.
Yeah, the waiter like stands there just waiting for the guy to push him in the pool. He's just like standing there. Line.
Yeah.
Line. Sting then pushes Luger's face into salsa and guacamole.
Yes, Elizabeth also hits Sting with chips and dip.
Salsa!
And it-
Salsa!
Shivani says, "What did she hit him with? The chips and dip?" And like James said, Sting throws a bowl of salsa on the Luger, and Shivani is screaming salsa.
Sting and Luger actually fight to the actual beach, which I thought was cool.
That is cool. Flair has a figure 4 on Vampiro.
They're chanting, so
Okay.
they're like, I guess they like this. I don't know. You guys should definitely check out the other match going on, though. This is really cool.
Yeah, they fight to the beach. Sting has cheese and salsa over him. Luger looks like he's got just shit all over him. Looks disgusting. Then Elizabeth hits Sting in the head with a shoe.
That shit looked like it hurt.
I'm not even sure what.
And
she
Luger throws him into the surfboards.
That was awesome. I like
Yeah, and you're right. It just keeps coming back to Flair and Vampiro. It's like, all right, you throw him into the surfboards. And
spinning wheel kick.
figure 4.
Yeah.
Sting then takes Luger into the ocean and back body drops Luger into the ocean.
He loves that spot. He loves that. Luger goes for a clothesline and gets back body dropped. He's like, keep back body dropping me.
And then Sting pile drived his ass in the
Yes!
ocean.
That was so sick.
awesome.
Yeah, that
I
was
love
good.
that.
Lil Nate does the jumping pin into the ocean, which I thought was cool.
And Sting wins in the ocean.
Yeah, you got the 3 count in the ocean. That was dope.
So the Sting wins. They ring the bell. The referee in the ring raises Vampiro's hand. Everyone had to have been like very confused, right?
Yeah, you're right. People in the ring are probably, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
I guess that's like
why
part of the course for WCW.
Yeah.
Like people just
Yeah,
win
you're right.
randomly, whatever.
because they probably didn't announce. Like, I mean, I don't remember, but I can't imagine the ring announcer said this is also Falls Count Anywhere, or maybe, and if anyone was listening.
Yeah, they were all drunk. They didn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Sting then hits a clothesline to Luger in the ocean again after the match is over.
It must have been really fucking hot. Luger just wanted to get cooled off.
He had a bunch of fucking shit on him.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah,
shit.
dude, that was all. That was all kinds of fun though. I love that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was a really good match. Booker gets asked about Bischoff and Russo coming to. Of course, they're the new creative team coming here in 2 weeks, and
How do you feel about Bischoff and Russo writing your promos?
he says, "As someone who kisses ass because it ain't me, just do your job, man.
Do the job, man." Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's spitting. Well, it's time for the tough acted acting spring breakout moment of the night.
Woo, look at these
Let's
feet.
go.
Look at these feet, motherfucker.
Lash
Tony must have
LaRue.
loved this.
Well, speaking of people who love this, Terry Funk is here, and he is ready for the following people: Hugh Morris and Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, Mean Gene says Hugh Morris is from New Jersey, and you have unfinished business with Dustin Rhodes. I don't know why Hugh Morris being from New Jersey had something to do with any of this.
That's just a call out. Fuck you. Fuck New Jersey.
Shouts out New Jersey. Mean Gene also said, this is right up our alley, hanging out with the college kids and fun. Yeah.
Yeah, look at me.
Dustin Rhodes is going to have to wait. And Hugh Morris, I'm going to personally talk to him tonight about his return to WCW. And Mean Gene, I guess expected him to go on a longer promo because he says, oh, short and sweet. And after this is over, you and I for one. And Shivani, it cuts to the crowd shot again. Shivani says, Mean Gene has never had just one.
I love that they always ribbed each other. I did like that about WCW, is that they constantly ribbed each other. Anytime they had a chance to fucking say something.
Fuck with each other, yeah.
Yeah, they would. I think that was funny. So now we have La Parka.
Fuck New Jersey. That's crazy.
We have La Parka versus Mang up next. Scheduled here for tonight.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, so it's funny at this point, like pretty much all the people that they use, like LWO in that, or even the cruiserweight, like Mysterio, Hoovy, everybody, we're pretty much done here with that. I mean, like,
it's over.
We're doing the filthy animals thing and like, raising that, but we're kind of pretty much, and I guess they start bringing it back a little bit once Russo and Bischoff get back into the mix a little bit, but we're already like, we're not changing the game anymore. You know what I mean? We're done with that.
This is not a showcase anymore.
No,
yeah,
and like La Parka being here is like insane. Like the fact that La Parka is still here is like crazy, and it's fucking cool to see La Parka mixed into a fucking show like this. Because to me, it felt like La Parka was like from like a
98.
different era of WCW, and it's like seeing them still here is like crazy. But so the gimmick here for La Parka is that
tie and tie.
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty much exactly that, which I assume was like what they were trying to
Russo.
fight back at it. Yeah, Ed Ferrara actually does the voiceover for this.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah, I believe so.
That makes sense. Okay, so last Wednesday, Finlay jumped Tank Abbott, and then Meng also attacked Tank Abbott.
Yeah, he jumped Tank Abbott, and for some reason, La Parka's facing Meng.
Well, also last Monday, Finlay beat La Parka, and then supposedly they don't show it, but La Parka apparently said some unkind things about Finlay, and then they say, was that really his voice that said it? They don't show that though.
Well, this is legendary. Skull Captain into his house.
La Parka is standing on a chair with a mic, and yes, as James said, Skull Captain into his house. The chairman of the board is living large on spring break, and you don't need the 411. And you got the 1414, one for me and one for my homie.
Yeah, let's go.
That was an awesome line. The 1414.
That's
and then
so
he cuts a promo on
based.
James for some
He
reason.
said, hey, Jungle Jim. And Mark Madden said, what?
I'm going to give you one chance to step on before I knock the kinks off that Angela Davis looking natural you got going on.
You don't need a 411 when you got the 1414.
Yeah.
Let's go. Skull Captain into his house. I thought,
fucking awesome.
It's so funny. Like, this would be so stupid, but like, I enjoy this a lot.
It is great. Yeah,
The Park is like, the whole time he's like hitting the mic. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Dude, I got one for me and one for my homies. He's like, what the fuck is going on in this thing?
And he tries to stop talking. He tries to, like, he's going to put the mic down, and he starts talking more. He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, this is funny.
Yeah, guess I want some. You better be big, bad enough. Take some.
Take some, yeah. Hey, Jungle Jim. What? La Parka here, uses the chair, does the dance, and then fucking gets Tongan death grip straight to fucking hell.
He nails Meng in the head with a fucking chair, by the way.
Yeah, well, it didn't hurt him
awesome.
because he's fucking
Got a lot of hair.
So, yeah, that too. The Angela Davis natural.
Yeah, Tongan death grip and pinfall victory, of course.
And Tank Abbott and Fit Finley are fighting on the outside.
Shoot fighting, dude. I would, if you told me that was work. They are the two best workers ever. I swear that they were really scrapping out there.
Yeah, well, I fucking wouldn't doubt it. Fit Finley was always scrapping. And Tank Abbott said, "What the fuck is going on?
You hit me a little too hard. I'm gonna kill you.
I got a knife." Yeah, it's just crazy, man. And yeah, I mean, this is like Russo booking to a T. It's like, all right, fuck the match. Anyways, Tank Abbott and Fit Finley are fighting outside now, and the creative team is fucking Russo and Bischoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, it shows the kid cam. The kid cam, of course.
The child camera.
Yeah, children's camera.
William Children Man.
Dude, that feels like a whole different era of Deadlock.
I know.
The kid
that
cam.
and Dippin' Dots.
Kid cam, it shows Buff Bagwell from the segment earlier. It was just a longer version of the segment earlier.
Yeah.
Where they were,
That's cool.
where Steiner's at the pool. And it shows Buff Bagwell talking to the lady.
Yeah, Buff Bagwell's saying, "I got 3 towels upstairs, and I'll dry you off top to bottom." I said, "You don't need the NWO. He said, I got respect for you." And of course, it cuts to the NWO monitor where Steiner, Jarrett, and the Harris brothers are watching the TV. Jeff says, "Oh, nice high tops." About Buff. And Steiner says, "I'm not waiting for the match. I'm going now." And they all try to stop him.
Yeah, Bagwell actually whispered. He whispered at the end. He said, "Hey, ladies, you don't need the 411 when you have the 1414." And the lady said, "One for me and one for my boys." Yeah!
Dude, you know what I'm realizing now, James? This must have been the 3 to 4 women that were rubbing down Jimmy Hart.
Oh, you're right. The nurses, Spring Break nurses.
Same
Spring Break
women?
nurses.
Oh,
the 3 to
wow.
4. Yeah, of course. And they better get their act together or Hulk Hogan's about to put $500,000 on his head.
Hogan's put a bounty out on himself tonight.
He's at $2.5 million on his own head.
He said, "I will fucking end my own shit if you do not rub down Jimmy Hart."
Yeah, I will put $1.414 million.
Yeah! One for me, one for homies. Let's go! I feel like this if you did
Marcus
this
for the boys.
You're right. If you don't fuck with the Skull Captain, fuck you, man. Get the fuck
Get
out
your hands out, you fucking bitch.
Take your ass on over to SmackDown because we're done with you, bro. That's real shit. We out here.
Tony SmackDown boy over here. Get the fuck out of here, Tony.
You're the SmackDown.
We're not going Raw. No way. I never was.
Always
Never
Raw.
happened.
No, man.
And never
way.
gonna be neither, bro.
No
Fuck
way,
that shit.
dude.
We out here,
no.
man. Don't take your ass to
Tony
Worldwide. The hell are you doing over here? We getting
Tony
Scott
watching
Hudson.
Thunder over here.
No.
Yeah, you pissing me
way,
off,
bro.
man.
No,
God
Fuck
damn.
you, man.
Yeah, who's in the house, Tony?
The 1414.
Yeah,
that's you damn
and Tony
right.
gets a one, some you better be big bad enough to hang some motherfucker. That's what I'm fucking saying.
Dude, that's Johnny's order is the 1414.
See? And it was
Oh my
one
God.
for me and one for homies. I was right all along. I was right all along.
1414.
Dude, the Skull Captain's been into his house the whole time.
Absolutely, bro.
Holy
See?
man.
Justice is served.
Justice is served. You're
OGB.
right. That's real shit, man. Say it. All right, so we
Kid
go
cam,
back.
after the
brother
kid cam.
moment.
Get the
I feel
kid
like we all
cam.
really bonded right there.
So Fit Finley says he's asked about Bischoff and fucking Russo.
Yeah,
and
he's licking some balls here.
Fit Finley says, "I'm a team player, so sure, you guys should fix everything."
Yeah, that's fine.
The Wall wants the 500K, brother.
The Wall hype video where he chokeslams David Flair and Crowbar for 3 months in tables.
Facebooking does it again. How's this keep happening?
We gotta watch that fucking uncensored thing. I gotta know.
I gotta know
Crowbar
what the
gets
hell
up there.
happened. Yeah. So Terry Funk versus Hugh Morris is up next.
You can tell they are trying to make Hugh Morris here.
They've
I don't know why.
always fucking been trying to make Hugh Morris. They just saw an athletic big man and said, "We got to make you."
And and I'll give it to him here. He tries his ass off here, but it's just not working for me.
It's not
brother.
fucking gonna work. It's not.
No, it's just not.
Mila times I'm going back. Stop doing this.
Yeah. You are just you are gonna be in the Misfits in Actions and fuck you, boner boy.
You're done. Holy shit. They brought his ass back and said, you are a fucking erection daddy.
You're a boner. You are a
fucking
boner.
Look at you.
What if we make your gimmick a fucking boner?
The biggest and fastest boner.
Well, last Monday, Hugh Morris beat Norman Smiley, and then on Wednesday, he beat the Kiss Demon, so he is on the run of his life.
Dude, he's really cooking now. Like, they're going to get him over this time. So Hugh Morris says, he gets in the ring, grabs the mic, he says, why did the chicken cross the road? Did you ever see what Terry Funk does to a chicken?
What does that mean?
Terry Funk usually brings a chicken to the ring, but...
Oh, in his hand.
Yeah,
right.
But for some reason now he has a chair. I guess he's taking it
Bada
serious
bing,
now.
bada boom.
1-4. 1-4.
He's trying to say Terry Funk is a chicken fucker? Is that what he's trying to say?
There's only one chicken plucker, all right?
Ah.
And we know who that is.
Jungle Jim.
Yes, and what?
Well, yeah, Funk and Hugh Morris are like chopping the shit out of each other here. And like I said, he's fucking trying his heart out. Bless him. But this is just balls.
What a waste of time for Terry Funk at this point in his career to be doing this.
Dude? Yeah, really. I mean, whatever. And anyway, did you know Bischoff and Russo are going to take 2 weeks off to sort some things? So on April 10th, they'll debut their Nitro.
This is crazy news. I think that the next Nitro and Thunder will be recap shows.
I think they do. They say something like, "Oh, we're off next week."
Yeah, they say.
They say something like that. Yeah.
And by the way, this is also, I think, where, everything changes. They got the fucking Turnertron, fucking thing, everything.
Oh,
changes.
right, yeah, everything changes.
And Shivani is told on the headset during this match, "I've been told to go back to selling these two beating each other up." Well, I can't say that. Well, I can't do that right now because Russo and Bischoff are starting creative here in 2 weeks.
That's unbelievable. I'm so sorry. That is how he gets into it.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I've been told to go back to sell these two, beat each other up. I can't do that. Well, Hugh Morris fucking takes Terry. I don't know why they even
This
Terry
is
Funk
crazy.
Is way too giving. Hugh Morris fucking takes Terry Funk to the outside, literally on the sand.
Sorry, this is after Funk misses a moonsault and takes a sit-out powerbomb in the ring. So yes, as James said, they're outside.
He was definitely asked to hey, we're doing something with this guy.
Make him.
Yeah, make him. Hugh Morris takes him to the fucking outside on the sand. You can see the fucking cables on the sand.
Yes.
And he power bombs him on the ground.
Fuck.
Dude. I don't know if they convinced Terry Funk that the sand was softer or something, but there's a thud. And he definitely, I don't even know if he tucks his chin. He gets fucked up here, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, and then Funk uses a steel chair. Dustin Rhodes is here.
Well, Hugh Morris misses the cactus elbow off the apron. He's like, "Oh, kid, do cactus's elbow."
I'll take a lot of things,
Hugh Morris
but I'm
with
not
a chair.
taking that.
By the way, how long was it no DQ on the outside in WCW?
Dude, I have no fucking idea.
Does it just change? Is it sometimes?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay, because it is here.
Yeah, the referee's just okay.
I think it's
he's
ref discretion, really.
It is ref's
Okay.
discretion in WCW. Yeah, the ref decides if it's a DQ or not.
We watched Bash at the Beach 2000 for our Patreon, patreon.com/DeadlockPW, by the way. That's in the $10 tier. Go check that out. If we hit 3,000 Patrons, I'll blow up Tony's house. There's a ton of outside weapon use on that show, too. So I guess, I don't know if it was a 2000 thing or what. Maybe somebody else can tell us, but very weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. But yeah, so Dustin Rhodes comes out here. He eats a chair. Fucking Hugh Morris gets hit with a chair. Hugh Morris apparently did not get hurt. So now he's back in the ring.
Hitting the moonsault.
Power slam, moonsault. Dustin now breaks it up with a chair, but now it's illegal.
Yes, Dustin hits Hugh Morris with the chair and not Funk. He hits Hugh Morris with the chair, DQ, and then he hits Funk with the chair, and then he kills the referee with the chair as well.
Biggest pop of the night.
Huge pop. Yeah, you're right.
Funk and Dustin then fight up the ramp. And then Hugh Morris hits the ref with a moonsault.
For no reason.
They are trying so fucking hard
Tony's
here.
because he's unhinged and he's fucking...
He's crazy.
He's Bray Wyatt. He's unhinged.
No.
Yeah, funny man, unhinged.
No laughing matter
that?
here.
No laughing matter. Yeah, they, I don't know, man. Yeah, no, never.
Nope,
never, ever.
not even
This
once.
guy.
No, never.
No, not even close. And he I don't know, when does the Misfits in Action start here? It must be soon.
Yeah, well, remember they start that, they all get fired, rehired, fired again, rehired.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah.
So,
Morris gets. Okay, so he's in the New Blood. And then he gets on Russo's bad side in kayfabe, and they
the creative
fire
leader,
him.
along with
Correct.
Eric Bischoff.
The booker, yes. They fire him and a bunch of other people, and then those ex-New Blood members form the Misfits in Action, including Booker T.
Van Hammer.
G.I. Bro.
Van Hammer.
So that's how the Misfits in Actions are formed.
Well, Big Papa Pump with the Freaks and Jeff Jarrett on the way to the ring here. And of course, we go backstage again. Me and Gene with everyone's fucking favorite wrestler at the time, Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart. They're back again.
Jimmy Hart and Hogan are here. Mean Gene says, tonight you and the Wall in the main event, which is when I found out that it was him and the Wall in the main event.
I guess it got down.
So Hogan says, well, you know something, brother. When you put everything together, we're talking 7 digits. 500 of his, then 500 of mine, dude. This is not how this works.
If you put up 500K, like, you could have just... what? 500K money, and then you put up 500K more. If Hogan wins,
who gets all the?
There's no money.
I'm not sure.
That's not a bounty. It's not a wager. It's a bounty.
Yeah, you don't win Sid's money if you beat the Wall,
brother. I'm putting up $60 billion tonight. Like, fuck.
If you lose,
all right.
Well, if I was a betting man, I would have been against Hulk Hogan, brother. As far as the Wall goes, dude, you see this 24-inch python, brother. The hell with Scotty Steiner in the NWO. This is the strongest arm in the world. And as far as the Wall goes, I'm going to tear you apart one brick at a time, brother. As far as the face-painted brothers, the superstar of the future, Vampiro, as they say. Well, I call him Vampiro.
Oh my God! What the fuck is going on? What is going on?
They call him Vampiro, but me, brother, I call him Vampiro, the brother of the Blood Man. He's gonna be watching my back, Jack. If the Wall tries to run to his boat and he goes all the way to China, Vampiro's gonna get the hammerhead sharks on him.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
If the Wall takes his boat to China, what?
And, well, don't worry, Tony, because Vampiro's going to get the hammerhead sharks on him, dude. I'm going to take you and I'm going to beat you like I own you, brother. What?
Holy shit, I forgot about that line.
What are you going to do when Hulk Hogan and all the Hulkamaniacs, what's he going to do?
He's like legit asking, what is he going to do?
What is he going to do? And Mean Gene says, well, you might as well throw the Wall in the Gulf of Mexico. You're not helping.
Oh my God, dude.
Hogan says, well, brother, I saw him playing out in the sand. I saw him in the sandbox, dude. But if I take him out, it's 100,000 leagues under the sea. What are you going to do when I beat your ass, brother?
This felt like an Adult Swim.
This is an AI-generated Hogan promo.
Yeah, it is.
The most Adult Swim ass. If you told me that this was on the Eric Andre show, I'd be like, yeah, I hear you. This is unhinged.
The fuck are you talking about? Vampiro?
This is
what
crazy. I have never heard charismatic citizens at this level. The painted brother, the superstar of the future, Vampiro, as they say, brother. Well, I call him Vampiro, the brother of the Blood Man. What are you talking about?
The brother of the Blood Man.
He goes crazy. Yeah, and the way you put it is perfect because at the end, it is literally that. What you gonna do, brother, when I beat your ass, brother? What?
Hopefully the Wall doesn't take his boat to China, dude. What are you
talking about?
talking
His
about?
ass 1,000 leagues under the sea, dude. The hammerhead sharks, brother, are gonna eat him alive.
What the fuck?
All of the hammerhead sharks, dude, have individually $500,000 on my head.
And did you see the skull captain in his house, brother?
They should have had Hogan do the LaParca promo.
Oh man, they should have put LaParca with Hogan.
They should have sent Hulk Hogan to hell.
Yeah. I think he was, and this is Hogan from hell. He came back from hell, and this is what he's got to say, brother.
In this gear?
Yeah, with this gear.
Hell, Hogan is here.
This is the most unhinged Hogan shit I've ever, and we have
yes.
This
dude.
I don't know if you can beat this. This is crazy.
This is legitimately
fucked.
Yeah, this is fucked, Tony. I've never seen Hogan genuinely ask somebody, what's he gonna do?
Well, you want to beat his ass, brother? Oh my God.
So Hogan's gonna win $1 million or something, I think.
No, he's not, dude.
That's not how it works. There's no money on the line on that.
So what are we gonna do? Am I gonna win $1 million or how does this work?
You don't get the bounty money if you beat the guy that's going for the bounty.
I love that Mean Gene didn't say anything because he's a Hogan guy, but Mean Gene usually would call people out like that. That's not how that works.
That doesn't make sense.
Hey, dumbass.
Yeah, fuck you.
So to make it even better, we go from that to Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner Town Hall for a second before their match here. Steiner just pretty much says he looks at the Sea of Freaks out in spring break and he's going to give you satisfaction and fuck you, big bad booty daddy style.
He does. Yeah, he's looking for some action. I'm going to tell you all you have to do is say hi back and I'll give you some satisfaction.
I will fuck you.
Okay,
you like
yeah,
that?
get fucked.
Yeah.
And Jeff Jarrett says, well, all these girls are fucking ugly, so these girls can stay out here because these boys need to see, you need to see some eye candy.
This is insane because the mayor of the town is here and he invited them here and all
He's
night
right in the
dogs like,
NWO
look at
as
these
well.
fucking skanks out here, man. Look at these skanks out here. So Kurt Hennig and Buff Bagwell are teaming and talking backstage.
Yes.
And Hennig wants Bagwell to take this shit more serious.
Yeah, stop messing with Steiner's girls.
And Bagwell says, well, he keeps the women wet.
Yeah. He says, get your head in the game. And Buff says, my head is in the game. Ah.
Get it?
You didn't get it? My head? Yeah.
And then we get maybe the most insane interview I've ever seen ever.
On the show.
On the show.
On the show.
In the middle of the show.
Yes.
Which is absurd. So, yes, the artist from earlier, Prince Iaukea, is asked by an off-screen interviewer, what's the deal? What do you think of Russo and Bischoff? They're going to be the creative leaders of WCW Nitro. And what does the artist, formerly known as Prince Iaukea, say here?
The artist says, I think it sucks. I think they're going to run the company right into the ground, and it's going to be all over for us. Holy shit.
That is crazy. What? The artist had a time machine.
Artist went back.
The artist went back and put over Mike Modest and then said that WCW was going to die.
That is fucking so sick.
Holy.
Prince Iaukea.
Wow.
Well, he said actually some of the boys wanted me to say that. My personal feelings is that Russo helped me out a lot, and Bischoff is a visionary and deserves another shot.
Yeah, blame it on the boys. I know how you really feel about it.
Yeah, the boys ain't tell you nothing.
Yeah.
Anyways, track phone, spring break.
Yeah, track phone.
Y'all like that? Got it. Track phone.
Yeah, got them buttons.
Yeah,
on
it was
there.
like ECW promo music. I mean,
Jimmy
It was
Hart
on
made all these, guaranteed.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Tony. ECW promo music and Jackass font.
oh, was it?
some
I
reason.
didn't even pay
Yeah,
attention.
it was.
That's awesome.
Well, now it's time for Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner versus Kurt Hennig and Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, Buff is doing his pyro during his entrance, and Hennig is already in the ring getting his ass whooped.
He's still, like, the pyro's going off, and Buff is
You
still
hear it.
coming down, like, doing the thing, and, like, Hennig is getting 2-on-1 beat down in the ring.
I was like, holy shit, okay. Well, he gets back in finally. They get one up on... things kind of get back to normal. Bagwell hits the blockbuster on Jarrett, but the freaks are on the apron.
There's
no
a
one's
lot of
distracted by
freaks,
this.
by the way. There's 3 freaks.
A lot of freaks. Yeah, tremendous amount of freaks here.
Was one of them Major Guns?
It was.
Jeff
yes.
See, I thought Jeff Jarrett was with Major Guns, but maybe that was also one of Steiner's freaks. Maybe you're right.
Maybe it was just
Major
a
Guns
collective
regardless.
NWO 2000
Of
freaks.
They're all
She
freaks,
was in
yes.
NWO 2000, so you're right. I think you're right. So, okay. Freaks on the apron. Steiner clotheslines Buff over the top to the floor. Nick Patrick, instead of reprimanding the freaks on the apron, does a 360, goes out of the ring to talk to them on the floor, and then Jeff Jarrett gets in and hits Kurt Hennig with a guitar. And then Steiner puts him in the Steiner recliner as Buff Bagwell is being confronted, or sorry, she's talking to Buff on the floor, and Steiner gets the win.
Whew, yeah. What
the fuck
clusterfuck
happened
here?
here?
Yeah.
This is fucked up. I was like, this is sucked.
Yeah. So, anyways, Big Vito thinks that Russo and Bischoff are going to bring the ratings back.
Yeah, get us back on track, get WCW back #1 in the ratings and in the people's hearts.
You are
That's what he
insane. I'll tell you that, brother.
The balls.
If you don't get that stickball bat on a pole match.
Got that goddamn stickball bat. It's time, baby. That's right.
Russo heard what he said here. Oh, we got something planned for you.
Oh,
bro.
hell
Yeah, we got
yeah.
something big. We got a really We got to do something for Big Vito.
We got to get
Prince
this right.
IK, we got to make sure to fire him really quickly.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, we heard what you said, brother. That's not gonna work for us. I'll tell you that.
What? You know what? What does Prince IK do after this? He loses to Billy Kidman at a live event and then gets it back from him. The titles are then vacated. Then he was in a 6-way match for the vacant title, and he was pinned by Chris Candido. Then he started feuding with Candido, and then he lost again, and then that he was done.
Dude, do you know
he loses his last match before getting released is Big Vito.
Dude. It all makes sense.
Oh my God. They killed him because of that fucking promo.
Dude, did you also, I want you to look down a little bit further. Look at his last independent match he ever had.
His last match took place on October 17th, 2015, unsuccessfully challenging for the Great Malenko Cup against the Big O! Every day I'm muscling.
Oh my God. Crazy.
Oh my God.
Wow. Full
what
circle.
A run.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, holy
what
shit.
A run.
I can't, dude, it definitely was that, right?
Big
the promo.
Vito shut his ass down. Yeah, you're right.
The promo, and they fucking got rid of him.
Yeah, you're right. Damn,
he was in
tough.
XWF, was he? I guess, yeah.
Don't bring that up, dude. Yeah, he was.
Not your brother.
but when he was in that as the Tongan Prince, and then that was very quickly out of there.
Damn.
Well,
right. Fireworks to celebrate tonight's historic event.
Try to kill everybody.
Shivani tries to thank the mayor who is right beside him, but Mark Madden keeps yelling that everyone here are skanks.
Okay, great. That's nice.
Thanks to the skanks. Yeah, anyways, the mayor, thank you for allowing us to be in this great city. We're so happy to be here tonight.
Fuck these skanks, ugly.
And now we get to the main event of the evening.
The Wall against Hulk Hogan. And in Hulk Hogan's mind, he's about to win $500,000.
Or even possibly more, brother.
That's insane.
It really depends.
It's whatever I say, really, in the end, dude. We start the match here. The Wall immediately takes Hogan down and stomping him out. We're on the floor. The Wall hits Hogan with a chair. Again, I'm still not sure the rules, but it's not a DQ. So
the Wall
ain't
getting DQ, brother. Or maybe you will, dude.
The Wall sets up. He gets a table from like the stairs that they have to climb up to get to the ring area. He sets up a table beside the ring. I have to give it to Hogan here. These are the best Hogan chair shots I've ever seen. He is fucking the Wall up with these.
Yeah, usually he'll fucking barely hit him.
Light.
But
yeah. He's nailing him with these things. So I believe we're back in the ring. The Wall goozles Hogan in the ring. And then chokeslam him. Hogan gets up just enough for it. This is better than the Undertaker chokeslam that comes 2 years later.
Oh, fuck.
That chokeslam, yeah, I do remember that.
Was the ultimate worst chokeslam ever in history.
Undertaker was way too nice. I would have fucking said whatever, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Well, maybe he was nice. Maybe Hogan got up more on this one because he knew he was no-selling it.
Yeah,
because he gets up
right.
immediately. He had to make it as look good as he could because he was no-selling it. Hogan gets up. He's fucking fired up. He hulks up. The Wall is afraid. He's blocking punches. Big boot, leg drop. No pin by Hogan because he has to pantomime some more to the crowd. The Wall gets up. Stefani is losing his mind. He says, that's never happened in WCW. They're losing their minds on commentary. The Wall starts fucking up Hogan in the corner. And then Vampiro comes out and attacks the Wall DQ. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, I gotta tell you this. I was surprised that Hogan let the Wall kind of go up here. Yeah, the finish might have been fucked up, but that's par for the course for Hogan. But for the most part, he let him get up.
He did. He looked fucking good here. And even in the bump after, he fucking looked good. But I just couldn't believe.
We gotta build him now, brother, because I'm gonna take his ass out very soon. I tell you, dude.
You're right.
Except for, of course, the creative team changes, and
2 weeks it doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
The Wall gets on the apron, and then Hogan and Vampiro nod at each other, both run to the ropes and bump the Wall through the table on the floor. The Wall gets up immediately from that as well, which leads to Hogan and Vampiro both have to get chairs to fucking keep the Wall from getting back in the ring.
Yeah,
and that's it.
That's the whole show.
We're out of time. We got to go.
And that's it for this era of WCW.
Yeah, this is legit end of an era right here because it's a completely different fucking ball game after this one. What does the Wall do after this?
Sergeant AWOL, right? He goes Sergeant AWOL.
That is soon. So he's in the U.S. title tournament and faces Steiner. He loses when he accidentally chokeslammed the referee through a table.
Accidentally. Yeah,
Maybe he was blinded or something.
Huh.
It doesn't say that, but he says he accidentally chokeslammed a referee through a table, and another referee came out and disqualified him. Then he feuded with Shane Douglas, and Douglas won that feud. And then he disappears and comes back in the Misfits in Action. Wow, they really quickly give up on him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Why?
Well, I assume that, like, the book,
Because he was a Hogan guy, dude.
the book. Yeah, you're right. The booking was super old school when Sullivan and them had the book.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
like
Yeah.
they were
Makes sense.
building up a big guy for Hogan to go over on in the next, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then like, fuck that, all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Yeah, Russo is not interested in doing any of that shit. So
Yeah, no way. No way.
there you
Wow.
go.
What an episode. I mean, this was the spring breakiest of episodes.
Just
for me.
crazy.
Yeah,
shit.
it's crazy
Crazy
how
show.
like we watched it just because it was a spring break episode.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty pivotal turning point into the
Yeah, I guess so.
ground, I guess, for a lot of things.
Prince Ike knew. He knew.
Prince Ike, dude.
Historically, this is literally the 1 year countdown to Nitro ending.
Wow. That is so crazy you put it that way, man.
Yeah,
That is
it is
unbelievable.
nuts.
Yeah.
I can't believe that somehow they went from a profit to hemorrhaging $60 million.
Fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, really. I mean, because they're, like I've said before with WCW. I mean, yeah, there's Nitro, but then there's like a huge lineage of like, WWE bought it because it's fucking got the lineage. It's
Hell yeah.
it goes back forever, and like
Yeah,
it was a
yeah, yeah.
huge, crucial part of wrestling history, and like the Turner system and how it fucking pretty much was created on the back of this wrestling show.
Sure.
And like that's what I'm trying to say about the TNA stuff. We talked about in the last episode is like, I feel like starting the tits and ass company and trying to sell that on TV is a way more of an upward
Crazy.
battle than like a turned around financially WCW.
Yeah, sure. I agree. I mean,
That's
there
a
had
whole
to have
nother
been some hope
conversation.
here somewhere, but there was no hope with who they were doing shit with here.
Prince Ike didn't think so.
Prince Ike got fired. That's it. Well, there you go. That is it for WCW Monday Nitro, March 27, 2000.